So I think we maybe have one more swing at this getting to space without a spoon with marathon settings, with like worse than marathon settings, before the DLC comes out. So this is the map we first started with. We've got the same settings. Let's find a different map that's not too bad. Maybe this direction, except all these cliffs in the way. The other, yeah, there's no. How many maps should we go through? Can we build here this way? There's a whole lot of stuff we might need. We're going to need iron from somewhere. I reckon this map might play. So let's see if we can make it work. Yeah, let's get the cutscene and just get into stuff. We know what Factorio looks like. We've played a little bit of this before. Where are some coal rocks? So actually, this is not super great, is it? Because all the patches are not necessarily close together. And then we're building this thing, and I said I wanted to go to the right. And then all of the... Let's start here. All of the... Yeah, if we're building to the right of... If we're building over here, and we're starting here because this is where the coal is, we've got quite a long way to drag belts before we even get to where the base starts. Which is not something I necessarily like. So maybe we tuck in here a couple of lanes of, like a lane or two of iron smelting and a mini science, and then are we building the main base from this iron or the other larger iron patch? Interesting questions. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to try and get to space without a spoon. We've got 8 hours. We are on worse than marathon settings. We've had this a couple of times, and the first one was about 40 minutes slow, and the second one was real close if we just buffered blue science, but turned out to have a couple of other major failures in it as well, and so we didn't go to space, but never mind. Are we close to... We're not. We still have to sort of spend a bit of time. That's not where they go. Yeah, spend a bunch of time punching some trees. Did I make all the furnaces? I did make all the furnaces. We're going to need more furnaces. There are a decent number of trees and stuff like that around without having to go much further, which is nice. Kick off some boxes in the queue. We're going to need those as well. Furnace, with exactly the right number of plates. That's nice. I should have this stuff on the hotbar somewhere. I mean, those are all off by one. And what I mean by that is we should have these things here like so. So, we've got a bit of time now because we've got... Those guys need to make us enough iron for a whole nother furnace. There is a lot of iron around here, so I think we might be fine for... Yeah, we're probably going to be fine for the amount of steel we need, even in the late game. Are we? Maybe? Hard to say. We do need a lot. I mean, with just, like, we'll play some Factorio, we'll figure it out. Do I want to run all the way over to that coal rock? I think we do. And I think with the sunk cost fallacy, we're just going to presume that, like, what else are we going to do with our time having run this far? Actually, we should probably check the rest of this forest for other coal rocks. So let's do that as well. There is one lower, and there are no other coal rocks. So cool. Grab some trees. Yeah, so I'm kind of converging on a base pattern for at least the red and green science, which is kind of suitably generic. That it was also kind of the pattern we used in the duo run. Which is actually just a basic red and green mole. So, get some of these, get some of these. Set up some hotbar stuff. But yeah, getting towards that with Marathon... Am I on the wrong side of... I'm not on the wrong side of the... Getting towards that with Marathon is always a bit of a pain because we start off with, you know, not many resources. We are going to need a car. We're going to have coal again for when we get to that phase of the game. Be on the correct hotbar. Did we give all of these guys quite a bit of fuel? Because we would like to not have to worry about this a bit later. Yeah, sure. 12 and 6 is a good number. Cool, so they've all got a decent amount of stuff. Let's wander off in a different direction. And yeah, so I think the first power plant is going to go below the wreck, because that's where we've got all the space. Is there a secondary coal around here somewhere? Just this one. And then I think there was more stuff over to the east, which is the direction we want to be building anyway, so that's hopefully fine. I don't remember whether there was water anywhere near the oil. Ah, there's what. These are the coal rocks. Okay, these aren't really the coal rocks we want. These are 2 of the coal rocks we want. We want basically as many as we can get. But yeah, whether or not there is water next to the petrochem will be a big deal. Whether or not we can do... I think my main concern at this point is still the spot that I want to start the base is a long way away from where we've dropped the burner miners. They are... Oh well. Yeah, let's just continue extending the burner miners. We'll grab these trees as well, just to get everything out of the way, and also because we're going to want all of it. Yeah, 2 more burner miners. 3 more burner miners. How much coal do we have? We have enough coal to be doing this pretty aggressively, I reckon so. And then you also, yeah, we're going to have to set up some copper at some point. I think I was aiming for 12 in each of those, but these guys have probably used some stuff now as well. Okay, I guess we're going to put this 1 burner miner on copper, because I do like the thing of crafting the red pots while we're just waiting for other materials to arrive. And then I said we're going to cut these trees. You know what we should actually do? If we're planning on building the base over there, we should wander over there while we kind of have the time to do that. And can I have a second one on copper? I'm actually super close to having a third somewhere. And check that there aren't, like, forests or trees or anything like that in the way. No, this is what I wanted. Yeah, just make some of those. It's fine. Yeah, so we don't have... Yeah, and get all of... Oh, all of these coal rocks. This is where we want it to be. This is, what, another 4 or 5 coal rocks? So we needed these out of the way of the base. But also, these are going to mean that we don't have to drop any more coal mining for a while, which is nice. We are nearly out of the science we were crafting, so let's do, yeah, the other 2 of those. Any of these, we're going to need more boxes at some point. Utilizing the handcrafting queue, just to continue to get stuff done, while we are still kind of resource limited. Hopefully there's enough space to build the base there. Like, I do want to build the base towards that iron and that copper, and then in sort of the northwest, and then use both of them. That is the plan. Is this piece of the map a little bit of water? That's also roughly in the direction of where I thought the oil was, so that would be good. Not that we need oil for advanced cracking, because we should have so much oil richness that we don't need to worry about it at all, but we will need to worry about, like, sulfur and explosives and cliff explosives, because we left those on even though it's a speed run, because I thought that'd be interesting, and then we've had to work around that in a couple of ways that have demolished other runs, but never mind. I get the rest of these, swing through the copper, make some coils, but not many coils, because I just wanted to have something in the handcrafting queue until we got to more of these furnaces, and by furnaces I mean drills. That lines up pretty well, I like that. Okay. We could hang around and be precise about those. I'm not going to. I want more materials. We're just going to grab these rocks. We're going to get back to the smelting when we've got a couple of burner miners to place, and we'll be, you know, a little bit slow, but whatever. Keep all of these guys nicely fueled. Keep throwing them in the queue because we want more. Oh, I think also we want more copper at this point, don't we? Like, there is definitely a point where we will want all of the copper. And for now, I think we want this much. Okay. That's going to be all the red science we need for this stage of the game. We definitely will need more later. And I have chosen a pretty aggressive time. Okay, but everyone should have a lot of fuel, right? There's one guy with 4 fuel. Okay, because we kind of need to get the coal mining running now as well. And we're going to put this here so that we can still mine everything horizontally and not worry about having to do as much mixed mining, but also be able to leave this here for a while. More coal, please. How many more? We've still got a number of stone furnaces. So I think we can avoid stone automation for a little bit. I didn't really want to be down here putting these furnaces here. But I guess that's what we're doing. Oh yeah, you know what also we should have done? In addition to clearing the rocks out of the way of where the base is going to be built. Yeah. We're going to need these for a lab. And also an offshore pump and some things like that. We should have cleared these trees out of the way of where the petrochem was going to be. Petrochem? Initial power plant. Like, I think the first one is probably going here. We might have to mine the wreck at some point, which would be a little bit of a shame, but I think we've cleared up that space a little. Yeah, reasons why I didn't really want more copper mining yet, because we also just needed more coal. And we also didn't fuel that last coal enough, because we thought we were going to be putting down more. And then we didn't. So that's a cool trick. Okay, I think we are at a point where, okay, we're here, so we're going to drop this one. But now I think a lot of these miners need to go on coal. And we're going to bank up a lot of copper. That's just kind of how... Having a large copper surplus at this point is a thing I'm kind of okay with. Because it means we can skip a lot of... Like, we can do... The plan will be to do 2 whole lanes of iron smelting. Proper electrical iron smelting. Or at least electrical iron mining into proper smelting. Before we do any copper... Yeah, and do all of that with copper burner miners. So having a lot of copper is maybe slightly suboptimal, but a thing I'm also kind of okay with. Okay. How many more of these do we want to do before we start thinking about the electrical grid? Because we've got all the science flask, we have the chips for the lab, but we don't have any of the stuff that we don't actually have the grid itself. Are we going to need these? I mean, I hope this doesn't end up a tree-constrained map, but I don't think it will, because we've got a decent forest down here that we can always go and grab with the bots later if we need to. How many of these do we want? Okay. One of these. If we are not sure what to craft, we may as well get into the first power grid. I did want 2 of each of these, didn't I? And we got the offshore pump, and then, yeah, a couple of cables. Having that many... Yeah, whatever, you guys are going to be fine. Okay, let's just get the next couple of these set up, but I think we are going to do that as well. Maybe not now. I think we're just going to get these ones set up now. I hope the copper has enough fuel. Yeah, power poles. The copper did not have enough. Oh yeah, these ones on the end we knew didn't have enough fuel. We knew they were going to struggle. Oh well, most of the power grid poles, we have the 10 packs, we do just need the lab. And that should be enough to get automation. Okay, this guy here. Maybe we should put the power grid materials on a hotbar? That seems like a good idea. Not something I'm going to do now. I will probably not do it later and regret it. Fortunately, we don't have to mine the rig now when we're putting these poles through. We've got enough space for decent grid here, but there's also then just all of... Is that a good place for it? It's not really a good place for it, is it? Whatever. We are going to need grid over here as well, so we're going to pull that through. Yeah. We should be researching the text that we want. Then steel axe and then green science. Do I really care about steel axe? I don't really care about steel for quite a while. We also didn't give the power grid all that much fuel, which is potentially an ongoing concern. And then, yeah, everything is complaining about not having fuel. Which is why we have a lot of those guys. And we are going to complete that loop. We are just extending it first. Do I actually want to extend the loop? I am not sure I do. Oh, we also are going to need... Yeah, I think I want to... I'm going to change my mind about how much we're going to do there. Then... we are going to want to finish up these burner miners, but we also want to make sure that we have prerequisites ready for automation happening. I didn't want to be putting these burner miners on the stone, but I think I might also be putting these burner miners on the stone with more fuel that I need to go back for. See, in ideal circumstances, I would have all of these intermediates crafted when automation arrives, but we do not. Never mind. Give me all of this stuff here. We don't know actually this one in particular. Okay. No, we should line up these poles better. Because this in marathon mode is probably going to be here for a while. Let's get some coils. Let's get another one of these. Gear wheels. And we're going to be in kind of an odd spot where I am... I should have these on the hotbar, I think. Yeah, where I am kind of helping... I'm doing some of the intermediates. Let's do it like this. Yeah, well, I'm doing some of the intermediates for the assemblers, but then also... actually, coils? Yeah, so we've got some of that running now. Do we have... We probably need to go back to the power grid as well at some point. Why do we not? Oh, because we don't have the stone furnaces. That is why we can craft these mining drills, but not the burner kind. I think I'm okay with that. I'm less okay with all these guys running out of stuff. But there are places that we will immediately want. Like, I don't really want the coal in... Oh no, I want the coal. I don't really want the iron that's mixed here, which is a little bit of a shame. Yeah, keep going with stuff, keep going with stuff. And then we want a couple more burner miner drills. We do actually want this iron as well. Because I wanted to turn... Do I have an assembler? I can have an assembler eventually. Let's get that assembler and then go back to these two. And that means we can do this nice trick. If I also had an inserter, which I do... so we need to bring power down here, but that was always going to be the case anyway. I'm not burner miners, stone furnaces. Can I have the inserter, please? Okay, so yeah, we can just run this over here. That's somewhat in the way, but it's not too bad. Okay, I'm now really worried about the power running out because we didn't fully fuel the thing. Okay, so we also need more on the copper. So let's get another one of these. Two stone furnaces, 3 stone furnaces, in fact. I wanted you to have all of this, but give me this back. We've got a lot of coal, which is nice. We don't have the copper we want, which we're going to have to work on. Okay. But, where are we? 6 and 12? I was somewhat worried about that, and maybe I didn't need to be. Do we have the stuff here to have... Yeah, let's do this thing, I guess. Okay, there's not really enough. There's not really enough of that to worry about. Because we have... Yeah, we've filled those up, it's fine. Sure. Okay. So the thing that we actually want next is a lot more... Yeah, a lot more copper. This, I think, is also going to be coal. It can go there. We have lined that up somewhat reasonably. I think we have way more coal than we want at this point, and we don't have enough of the other things. Making chips myself is not a thing that I'm happy with. Okay, if all these coils are done, and I think we kind of are, then I think we actually want to be, yeah, we want a couple more labs, and then we want to be turning... I think I just accidentally emptied out these guys. I think that's going to be enough temporary iron. And then I think we need to start worrying about #1 permanent iron. Oh, but also, I was going to have this kind of mini science thing here, wasn't I? I guess these guys can stop being there. We can have all these dudes making red science, because we've still got a lot of that to do. We've got some inserters that I crafted for something else, probably, but it's fine. Okay. And then we are just short on materials, which is not necessarily a surprise. Having enough coal to feed these things with a full stack is a thing that feels pretty bad. I think we have overinvested on coal, he said again. Oh yeah, that's right. I was coming back over here to feed these guys enough of this stuff. Okay. We've got 4 mining drills, and now we need to decide what we're actually going to do with this first iron automation. And I think we are going to try and... I mean, even trying to sneak iron automation into that little gap down here means we're belting it through here, which is another nuisance. Maybe we just do first iron automation over there, but then it's so far out of the way. Dislike? Okay, I've got enough coils that we're going to do something like this. Yeah, we're gonna... We can make a mess, we can make it work, it'll be fine. I think also, though, having complained about the power grid situation a couple of times, and not really having enough coal to make that as secure or as stable as we would like, I think we get another 2 of each of those. We need the gear wheels from somewhere else, but that's fine. And we go and automate all of... I think that's all the parts we need for... This is, yeah, this is still not an amount of copper that I am necessarily happy with if we are leaving that until after the first 2 lanes of iron. That's also way more copper than these guys deserve. And now we have... I've picked up some stuff. And then I picked it up again. Cool. I think we want to be doing like this as another temporary setup, but we also... Yeah. Oh well, never mind. 10 of these, 2 more of these guys. I guess turn some of this into coils, mostly because I'm sad about what my handcrafting queue is doing. And then we're sitting around with 10 electric mining drills in the inventory. Does not feel good. But we should have enough coal at this point. I also miscounted how many of these we needed, so never mind. This one in the middle is not going to get much. It sucks to be the boiler in the middle. That should keep us going with power grid for a while. Like, we have just handed off a decent chunk of coal. And then I think we do, yeah. We're going to need a lot of belts. But we also... 47 mining drills, that's enough. Okay, we also need 2 more labs if we're going to commit to that being set up the way it is. So things continue to be a mess. It's probably fine. We're going to need belt. And then we're going to start these... Actually, if that's actually a lane, and it could be, we can start the iron here. Not there, that's bad. But like here. And then we're going to need... Yeah, more intermediates. We still need more burner miners on... Okay, sure, whatever. Here's where it's going to go. We need 2 more labs. Because we want to get these guys running as well. They don't have stuff, I don't think. They do not have stuff. Press Q properly. Like we played this game before. Do we have... Yeah, coils are looking pretty good, actually. I am not sure the same is true of either the Red Science or the other automation. We need a lot more inserters at this point. And then all these guys have not much in the way of gear wheels. Okay, yeah, we got to sneak. Are we going to do this with 24 long lanes? That could be... Let's put it here. We're going to need stuff. Yeah. Okay, put a bunch of coal there, put it on the belt. Smelting is a thing we are going to insist is about to happen. I gave away all the coal, didn't I? I don't want to give away all the coal. I should also be doing power at the same time so these guys can turn on. And the reason I didn't want to give away all the coal is because I want to be able to get these furnaces running quickly. Is that 24? Did I count that correctly? Maybe accidentally, and that even isn't really in the way of where the rest of the base will be, so... Maybe we're happy with this as a first line of automation? And then the question is, what are we What are we turning this into? And I think the answer there is going to be mostly infrastructure stuff. Give me some more of these. Do we try and move the mini science there? I don't think so. We will want these copper miners as well. In fact, maybe even... Actually, having had a look at that and checked these guys for how much copper they have, I don't think we need copper automation in... I don't think we need more copper automation before we try and get this other iron going. Where is... Yeah, those are going to be helpful. Getting logistics done is nice. Gave away all the coal, never mind. Okay. What else do we need? I don't actually know if we needed that much power grid yet. I actually wanted more coal. Okay, so a chunk of that should be able to not run out for a while. What else did I want? Oh, assemblers is the other thing I wanted. Which we, yeah. Let's have gears there. Not because I necessarily want to grab them off the hotbar, but it would be good to see how many I have. Okay, because we've got a pile of copper. We are making some gears ourselves. That's a thing that'll happen. These guys are all more or less running. Maybe more than they deserve, whatever. Yeah, let's try and get more materials. That takes us up to nearly half a belt, doesn't it? Nearly half a belt, but also not necessarily the half belt we needed, because we also... I mean, we have logistics now. These splitters will mean that we can... make more if we want to. Are we going to... I'm making two more. Making two more steam engines. Apparently. I guess we're here, so we are... Oh, we're running out of belt. That is somewhat of a surprise, but also not really a surprise because we haven't automated that anywhere yet, so let's get that on the way. And then at what point... I mean, I would like to get... I would like to extend the power grid each time we go back to it. Like, each time we bother going back to it, but we're also going to have enough... Actually, 3 is the number of... 3 is the number of boilers I want, I believe, for the next... for a good, sensible extension. You guys have enough gears for the moment, and then I will need, yeah, belt and inserters. And I guess we're going back here for this iron again. I think we make inserters, and I already have one splitter, but we're going to get another splitter. We are again going to feel bad about having a couple of mining drills in the inventory that are getting nothing done. Oh yeah, but maybe we should actually do something with those then. Don't think we're planning on pulling up those miners because they're just kind of in the way. At least the burner miners. So we're going to work around that. Yeah, there's a ton of space here. It's fine. Oh, well, maybe we should leave the smelter some coal. Okay, give me all of this stuff. And then, yeah, figure out where this belt can go. We don't need to... If there's only 10 in there, then we don't need to worry about emptying those out yet. They will not be full particularly quickly. That is the line we want to hit for this coal belt. And... yeah, the reason I wanted 3 boilers is because that's the number of burner inserters we have. And then we made more boilers than that, so never mind. And then actually... okay, we're making the pipe now. We also do not have enough coal mining to keep this actually happy about everything. So, that's all we are going to do for now. Do we have... Yeah, let's get another... It's not a great power plant. It'll kind of do for now, maybe, perhaps. Actually, probably will, because we're not using it that much yet. Yeah, put that there. These guys need gears to continue with the steel research, which is not even a huge deal. We're not going to need steel for ages. It's mostly just about steel axe. And then, what was I coming... Oh yeah, I was coming back here because some of the copper was out of fuel. Which might not even be a big deal, because it looks like we have a whole lot of copper. Maybe what I should do instead is... Yeah, remember when I talked about wanting assemblers? You guys get in there. So we've got enough assemblers now to... Are we just going to sit around here? Yeah, we've got enough belt now to turn that half lane of iron into something helpful. Yeah, spending a bit of time cutting trees because we wanted to be able to get these mining drills out. I guess we would also like to pull out that iron while we're here, but whatever. Keep these guys going. I mean, yeah, reasons why it would be nice to move the mini science to after... Oh, hey, we did really need to fuel this stuff, didn't we? Yeah, reasons why it would be nice to move the mini science to after this smelting stuff, but I guess we're not going to. Does that mean we just struggle with all of this until we get the full red-green pattern up? Maybe. I mean, we have logistics. We don't urgently need anything else other than the green science tech. And I'm kind of happy pouring all our materials into 395, 382. Yeah, neither of these are particularly good, are they? Let's get some more of these, because why not? Oh, assemblers are the things I said I wanted, weren't they? Okay, none of that. Because we need... Okay, so this is going to kick out a bit in front of the base, isn't it? Never mind. We're going to do it anyway. I'm not sure how I feel about all of this stuff sitting off to the side in the way it does, but never mind. One more of these guys, please. And then just make sure all of this stuff gets power poles. Stuff goes in boxes. Over here we're going to have pipe, because that's going to be useful. And then boxes. Just box all the materials. I don't even think we bother limiting it yet. Okay, so that feels pretty good. Does it? I mean, it would be nice to have the rest of that stuff built as well, but never mind. Then we are going to build the second iron lane. We do have... I said I wanted to, like, buffer a lot of copper. We have done that. We're also kind of spinning our wheels on this here red science for things that we don't really need. Maybe we should just be focusing on getting all of that where it needs to be. And then I think we're going to do... Why not? We're going to do kind of a cheeky... Like, just here. This actually is going to take a couple of long-hand inserters. I should get gears. Yeah, that's a much better way of crafting mining drills. We're going to do kind of a cheeky little... What am I going to do with all of this coal once I have all of these... Yeah, once I have all these burner miners, is we're going to dump it in that buffer when we remember to do that and when we are generally in the vicinity. Okay. We should also have a whole lot of mining drills here. Yeah, we don't need... That's going to be a number of drills that keeps us going for a while, I think. A couple more over here. I guess we are tidying this out again because we're here. Give me all of this stuff. Give me all of this stuff. Yeah, you guys are... Maybe we should move the mini sites. I would still rather not. Let's get this up to a full belt, even though we're currently not really using it. Okay, give me all the intermediates. And then inserters we're going to need. Then also mining drills, and then we want to be looking at getting the red science plan in here. Do we have... We actually need more coils now as well. I guess with all the different places to be, it is now more of a challenge to keep all of these things fed in the way that we would like to, whatever. Okay, second belt of iron, coal automation. What do we want to do? Where would this go? We would go coal. We'd go. Actually, do we have? Is there space for? There's nearly space. If we just put this in a slightly different direction, to put half belt of copper here as well. So I think maybe we do that. And then that also means that splitter can go here. And we can automate the coal feed. Is this a thing I like? Yes, because these supplies are also running out. Okay, so with that said, we're going to be emptying that buffer, which is nice. Let's get some more coal going in. Let's come back for these because we wanted more stuff. Give me the stuff. Turn it into drills. Get the burner miner stuff as well. Just make sure all of that is fueled. When was the last time we pulled out the burner copper, and is that not quite close to being full yet? So that's good. Yeah, let's try that again now that we've picked up more items. 2, 3, 4, 5. That is, in fact, a full lane. I believe that's how we counted that. Okay, the power poles are bad there, never mind. Oh, that belt was terrible as well. Cool, 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 cool. And that's the number of... That is the number of mining drills that we had crafted at the moment. Let's get rid of these guys and have mining drills on the hotbar so we can see how many we have to work with. How are we going to snake this through? We're going to be on top of some of... We're going to be on top of some of the coal. I don't even think I mind. We are going to take this underground some direction. Do we have... We have one more splitter. Okay, fine. And we are going to remember to splitter that later, just so we can get ourselves up to a lane and a half of iron. We're going to come back and grab all this stuff. Oh, hey, remember what I said I needed was actually assemblers. And we still have some coils for inserters left. Because we do not have the number of inserters we need either, so that's also super enjoyable. Those are all offset, whatever. And yeah, the coal situation is fine. We've got this weird little double-handed buffer thing that we will... Oh, hey, you know what else we need? We need more inserters. Where is... If the chips automation is down here, then I think we kind of need to set that up pretty quickly, because we've got a whole lot of... not there, here. We've got a whole lot of assemblers on us. Okay, we don't have that many assemblers on us, but we would like to get all of these coils turned into green chips. So you start. These guys are all going to be coils. You guys do all of that. Give me these things, and then we can have... yeah, start to work on the inserters we need to actually automate this. Yeah, we don't want to be making the coils or the chips. We should have that happening for us now, so... we actually need, interestingly enough, a lot more power poles as well. These guys go like so. We need limits on the boxes, but we're not going to bother with that yet either. Then... okay, so we're getting some number of chips out, which is nice. Did I keep any coils when I did that? I suspect I did not. Because, yeah, we need power poles now. Give me these coils, give me these things. Power grid is probably... yeah, power grid is in fact fine. We need... do we need another lane of iron? I mean, yes, we also need to... yeah, so let's work on automating the rest of this iron and setting up for this copper as well. Because we're going to need it, and then we're going to have all this iron here, which I don't really mind, because we can just dump it into power grid, which we will absolutely need later as well. And it looks like we're doing some weird... like, I don't want to build this base here, but I think we have to belt it all the way up elsewhere. Before we actually build the science, because that's where there's space. So, with that in mind, we're going to put more belts here. Maybe we don't need that one. Do we have enough inserters for this? I think we might need some more inserters. That is now a problem that I can solve, that I should be solving with a mall, but I don't kind of want the mall here. I want the mall in a place where it will be more easy to science later. So I don't think that's even going to give us a whole lot of extra iron out. But we've got double... do we have double belt now? We now have double belt. This splitter was to go here. And then we want a splitter here to take that iron in. But I think at this point, we're just going to have a whole bunch of patch stuff that's pretty unhappy. We refueled it for a while. We haven't fed these guys gears for a while. Give me all of this stuff back. More mining drills. Give me this coal. Yeah, these guys are in need of fueling. So we'll get that done. More of these guys. Power grid is just a fantastic way to sink all of this iron that we did want, but don't have anything to... yeah, don't have any specific plans for that iron yet, other than it would be good to do something with it. We're going to do something that looks kind of like 100% speedrun strats in mining power, but it's not actually that. It's just we were not very good about consistently powering them from either side. Okay, so that's going to be... is that going to take us to 69? Okay. Less nice than it sounds. We've actually only got the smelting for 60 of these, and I don't plan on doing any more yet. So that's just going to sit like it is for a while. Can we even... no is the answer to that. Okay, gross. In that case, we're going to have to put this... And the inventory is full. Oh yeah, because all of this coal... Oh, because the splitter went on the ground. This is partly just to clear out the inventory before we go back and solve that coal situation. But that is probably more... Yeah, this is the other thing that I was like, hey, I want all the coal. Let's grab all the coal. Let's then not fix the inventory situation because we're going to pick up all the copper as well. Which we need to take to several places, including here. Actually, we've got gears for days in a different part of the base. Now we should be able to... Yeah, pick up the splitter. I also realized when I did that I was super lucky that the splitter didn't drift away somewhere into the coal smelting. And that we were in fact able to find it. So... do we get mine angels again now? Maybe? Burner inserters is actually the thing I need. Okay. Now we can collect all of that stuff. And then we also wanted copper automation, for which we have 6 drills, which feels pretty bad, but also we don't need a whole lot of copper automation yet. We definitely will, but remember there's also all of that copper in our inventory, which is going to continue to feel pretty bad. This is where the copper is going to go. I don't have splitters, so I guess we're not getting the rest of that iron yet anyway, so that feels pretty bad. Things I should actually do first, before automating all of that, is taking all of the stuff over here, so that we can get these things, and then I guess automate this iron feed in, which is nice, and then get a couple of splitters, a bunch of these. I hope that was iron. Yeah, this is the iron lane, that's nice. I kind of didn't pay attention to... kind of guessed at the things that we were jamming into the sequence there. Okay, we need a lot more inserters, and I guess we're going to be handcrafting these. But I think given we are just getting the... Oh, we're just getting assemblers now and we're making coils ourselves. We did not chest explode, so that was nice. Okay, we're going to do this section of the copper automation first, even though it's not really what we need. We need the furnaces covered as well, and we don't have that yet. Limit all these boxes to 1 stack. Where is... Yeah, so this one's going to be gears. Get rid of all of these. Run this through like so. This, that actually needs to not do that. If we're going to be able to fit... Actually, question, can we even fit more gears in here? We can, so that's nice. Then somewhere over here we wanted to start to build a science, I guess. Sure. So, I mean, is there space here to do it? I think we can actually put labs down here. I think that... I don't like how we are sushiing all of this together, which is a weird thing for even me to not like how this is being sushied together, but also whatever. Offshore pumps we're going to need at some point. It's just nice to have them when I get around to building a power grid. Maybe we should have... Maybe we should have the long-handed inserters we need to be able to build all of this stuff. So for that end, we are going to think about how this is going to get powered. And it's going to be this something like that, but not necessarily that, but it's going to be good enough to just get all these guys running. Things that feel bad. Okay, 7. Decent start. Okay, what are these things going to look like today? That's actually all we need at the moment. And then these ones want to go like so. Is that what we want? Something like that. And then a couple of boxes. We should limit the boxes. We should remember that these guys want the same limits on their boxes. And then it looks like here is the place we're going to be building the science. Which is fine. Is it fine? We do just need more materials. Give me all of this belt. I don't want this copper. I do want... Yeah, we then set up all of the inserters automation. Then walked away from the place that we had automated the inserters, so that's super cool. But I've got... Yeah, we're just going to be handcrafting some more of this stuff. We got 21 mining drills on us. That is a good time. Which of these things... I mean, I think we just want inserters in all these places at the moment. We have... Oh, we need a splitter at the top of this... Yeah, that's right, because we put 69 miners on the iron patch, and then we have been seriously underutilizing those. Where did that other pole go? Was it here? Whatever. Are these poles messed up as well? No, these poles should be good. We have done something extremely silly. Okay, whatever. Coal. Coal goes on this buffer, which we are still not fully utilizing. Do I have gears? I have gears. Okay, so the mini science is going to be going strong for a little while. I don't need this coal, do I? In fact, the next thing I need to be doing... I don't even need the mining drills. The thing I need to be doing next is... Yeah, that's right. Putting this splitter here is why we were there at all. Okay. With this... Could we actually... Could we have... Could we turn... We could pretty easily find the space to turn that into a full lane of copper. But I think what we want to do is get some kind of new mining over here for... I don't like that. Because this is the belt that usually powers the... Yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Let's get 2 new lanes of mining. That's what we're going to do now. And we're going to have these... We're going to start... Air quotes, start there. But then we need to get that back into this mall. And then we need to take these to wherever the science is going to be. Let's continue to make this a disaster. And then presume that this section of Green Mall... Actually, if we're going to do this, the thing we should do is take some gears with us. And then also have the copper on this belt. And then somewhere over here we can decide where science starts. Sure, this is not a way that things work usually at all. And it's going to feel pretty bad. Especially as I don't have labs. But I think I'm somewhat happy committing to that as a pattern. Am I? Not really. We need more copper mining. Did I have... I did have all those inserters. And I've also got most of the things I need for 8 more labs. So that's pretty nice. Do you guys have stuff for me? No, power grid is still fine. Here, we need more assemblers. I want the copper mining. I want these assemblers back. You guys still have a surprising number of materials. I can make all of those. Yeah, this copper mining, this electric copper mining is what we wanted to extend up to 15 miners. And that is 17, but some of them are going to run out. It's going to be fine. We are not concerned. We've also got more power grid to build, but we're not going to. And then this is going to be enough red science. Is this going to be enough? This is not actually going to be enough labs for red science either, is it? Oh well, we should take power. That's going to be an important thing. And we also should have got inserters from the mall. And we still feel green circuit limited at the moment, except that's also a function of just not having enough copper. As in, enough copper coming out of the ground being mined in an electric way, even though we do have all the burner copper as well that I've not got in my inventory at the moment, but never mind. 16, let's do another 2 to bring us up to a total of 18 in a way that feels kind of weird and bad. On the upside, we are super close to where we wanted to get to for that other side, the other material patches over here. We want those. I think that means we build the labs back this way. Where are the engines going? I think with that said, we're going to put the labs here, which is, again, not necessarily how things usually work. We have more spaghetti in this base already than usual, which is especially bad for me, but also remember that there's all this red science in the inventory. We can set that off. These guys don't have gears. This is just going to be a how much iron am I collecting problem, isn't it? Or is it? Which way if we... Because I want these guys... Because these are the gears with boxes, I would like the other gears to have precedence, and so now we've achieved that. Yeah, what do we want? We've got a whole lot more power grid than we need. We need to get the belt in there, but we don't have the blue science yet. I think we need to worry about... We need to get enough copper to be expanding. I just gave away all my mining drills. Not mining drills, assemblers, which is a problem. Because I was just about to want to... assembler coils, all of these things again. These assemblers we're going to leave. Yeah, okay, I think we're going to put these coils assemblers back. That's a thing that feels not great. But we do just want the coils to be able to make more assemblers. Okay, now we're getting blue science. Did I need this coal? I wanted these guys to have this coal, but I didn't specifically need it myself. I did want... yeah, assemblers and then more mining drills. I have 20 mining drills, so I think we go to this other patch. We think about setting up some of the mining into one of these. I think we get 2 lanes of copper out of this thing. I mean, I think it will do more than 2 lanes. But I think we... Actually, 2 lanes might be about right for that. I was more thinking about how many of these lanes we reserve for that copper before we start to tag in this iron. That was a backwards drag that, in retrospect, I was kind of expecting to blast the inserters, but it didn't. Interesting. We're going to set up the coal feed first, because coal is important. We can do it with decent mechanics, which is always an issue. That's the coal feed on all of them, isn't it? That coal thing is working. We are mining iron, which is nice. We've got the green science. Fast inserters are going to be a thing. This coal can just start to buffer there, and then I'm back in the spot that I talked about wanting coils, so let's get all of those back into Did I not actually take the coils before? Yeah, there we go. Much better. Sure, cool. At what point should I extend the power grid? I mean, I think with green science unlocked, we've only got a bit more green science to do. We've only got a bit more purely red science to do. And then we are in a spot of... Actually, you know what we can do? All of this copper can also just get in the machine. That's how that's going to work. Okay, let's extend the power grid because we're here, because I think we have nearly all of the parts. That's how many we can fit, so that's what we're going to do. We are definitely going to need to extend this again before oil and anything else like that. But we can also just do it now, and then worry about the rest of things later. Were there? Yeah, there were a couple down here that needed to go in as well. Sure. That's a healthier looking copper supply. And this should also end up a pretty healthy power grid, because we were pretty seriously suboptimal about making sure that we were properly using the iron before all of the rest of the stuff. Like, we had a lot of iron floating around and still have a lot of iron floating around, and so, yeah, all this power grid that's just sitting around, yeah, all of that is... I don't have the gears to do anything about that, and I also don't think I care. I think we've got to... go back to our... We've got these labs, we've got a whole lot of these things. I should have taken those other coils, never mind. I don't think we've limited either of these boxes or belt, have we? We want to limit all of that stuff, we want to get it into... We're going to need both of these? Or we're going to get more iron from over here into... okay. Gross garbage begins here. And then we also need... Oh, this is the reason why we needed more... I think long term we're also going to be looking at turning... also, we kind of needed to specifically be doing that. Because I think we've just put a whole lot of green chips into the red science. Which way does this need to be on the outside of the belt? It does, which means that if we just do this, then we can leave some space for some other stuff, and also have a new garbage plan way of arranging all of that. Do we have... I need gear wheels. And then I also wanted copper. I'm not going to put in those boxes, I wanted the copper over here. So we're just going to straight up take the copper over here. Like so... no, I wanted more iron as well, didn't I? Because we kind of started to set up this iron, and we're sitting around with 14 mining drills in our inventory, and this kind of ready to go, but also not going. But I did also want to set up the green science. But I am also... yeah, we're super close to wanting to set up the green science, because we wanted these things into... Do we actually need walls? I'm not sure we need walls, because we don't need walls for... Like, we need walls for the military science pack. But I think we get grenades before that? I don't know, we're going to do walls as well. We are in a situation of not necessarily being so precise that we actually need to worry about that. But it would be really nice to go and build some green science. Okay, iron processing is happening, he said, with a whole pile of iron in his inventory. That's cool. Inserters. I've got a mall on the other side of the map that could be doing inserters for me. Also other problems are that... Oh yeah, this is silly. We don't want to be doing that here at all. We want to be doing that here. Because that's the way that feeds through them all. Okay, fast inserters, another one of these guys here. We want splitters. Get your stuff. That's more stuff than you want, but never mind. You can have all that stuff. And we are into the green sciences for which we have not built green science. So that's super cool. One belt here. And then we also need that. Do we need that belt there? I think what we're going to do is we're going to say here is belt. Just put more belt on the outside of the green science lane, and then all of this stuff. I did like as a spaghetti mess, but we aren't going to be doing that. Can I have more? I can have 3 more. And I'm pretty sure we're also low on labs. Like, we do not have the labs we need for this to be doing what it needs to. Yeah. Okay, so we've got some green science running. I need chips, I need labs, I don't have... Am I actually mining enough copper? Not once these upgrade to assembler 2s. But we can... Yeah, so I think we do decide that we want to futz this in here somehow. Which means that these 2 guys need to be long-handeds. Cool reorganizing the sushi. It's not like we're in a hurry or anything. Like that. So we can put more chips here, like so. And then we want to prioritize this into the side that also does the science. And then underground this so that we can realize the thing we needed was assemblers. And we don't have the green chips to make assemblers. But now we do. And there's also some gears here, which is fine. Okay. Am I happy with this? Overall, I don't think so. No boxes just here because we've got to get this. That's around the wrong way. Because we've got to put that splitter there so both of those guys can get iron. And then all of those things need their copper, and we should now have actually more copper processing than we can handle, because we're not actually producing that much copper. Bit of a shame. We are still leaning a little bit on this burner copper, which is maybe a thing we should fix. But I don't think we're going to. I think we are going to, yeah, tear down all of this stuff. Did you give me... I can have another 4 labs with the coils and copper that we picked up, so we're going to do that. Yeah, do we need... We're not going to need any more... We're not going to need any more stone furnaces after this, are we? Actually, we will want stone in a bit, but this is, yeah... The next thing to do... Let's tidy up the inventory a little bit. The next thing to do is going to be steel... And moving on to steel furnaces. So, yeah, and then how do we get that? Oh no, we don't get that belt out. That is just mall belt. Whereas that belt is belt that's going into science. This belt here is belt that doesn't actually exist. Don't worry about it, it's not there. That little copper buffer is also a thing that doesn't exist. And then we need to get these these assemblers and these oh, maybe we should be doing something with this iron that we built. What do we want? Is this the... I don't think this is... I think this just needs to be additional mall iron, doesn't it? I don't think we are in a position to be thinking about... Because the other iron for... Actually, give me... Do you have some iron? Give me the iron. And then make, yeah, another 21 of those guys, sure. This is... Actually... The good plan... Air quotes, good plan... Is that this is the iron that... does mall stuff, And the iron, the other iron, we no longer need to be doing more stuff, which is cool, because when we upgrade those assemblers, we're going to not have that iron anymore. Problems for now include we've got more iron than we necessarily need, never mind. That's the amount of green science we want, I think. About 3 more, sure. We are currently green science limited, but as soon as we turn these guys on, we're going to be lab limited. But that's fine, because we also have some more labs, but we do not have anywhere near enough labs. 15? 16, I think, is a good number for what we're doing here, except that we don't have that many, so that's super cool. And we're going to set this up with space for other belts of science later, presuming we're going to get them. Why? Why not? Because this one is... Sure, whatever. Okay. Now we need more copper, and we probably need actual mining stuff like... Where are we going to... Yeah, this is going to be a mess. Mining drills, assemblers, assembler 2s for which we don't have the parts yet. These guys are going to get stuff from somewhere. And then we're going to have, yeah, a belt of steel, a belt of... Actually, you guys can all get that other belt of gears and stuff. But we also... And this feels weird. We are usually not in the situation of automating... Like, usually we've automated miners... Oh, you're going to need an upper box as well. Usually we've automated miners by the time we're doing the green science like that. Never mind. Can I have more of this stuff? Mining drills are the thing we need. We've got a lot of power grids sitting around in the inventory, and we're just, like, pushing other stuff into it. Yeah, actually, here, we need... We need additional lane of copper. But the thing is, we could put it there. I'd rather not put it there unless we had the steel furnaces. And so in a strange way, I think what we actually want to do next is... Yeah, we'll run that from buffers. It's going to be bad. We'll fill up these buffers. That buffer isn't even evenly unloading into the different sides of the belt. Feels bad. More mining. Yeah, I think we want to set up for the... I think we wanted to be doing steel and stone stuff. But we're also compulsively handcrafting steam engines because we don't have the gears to be crafting mining drills. We do at least have here, because we're filling up these buffers, aren't we? And then there's also just a huge buffer because we're pushing all that stuff in there. Okay, do we have mining drills? Show me mining drills. 5 mining drills? 10 is not anywhere near enough to be doing the things we need to. And we're not boxing... Oh, we are boxing gears. We're just using all of those gears. Okay. Let's not cut off the base yet. And then assembler 1s. Are there any... We don't have any assembler 1s. Also because of the same gears. Oh, maybe you did not. We've actually got all the gears we need here. We're actually not short of gears at all. Me wanting to put this here for more gears is just not a thing. We've already got enough gears. We just need... Yeah, we just need the... We need more stuff. Okay. Is it... Yeah, we're going to put more copper in next, aren't we? That's going to be the thing that happens. But I think we're going to do it in a weird way. That is 12, which means that's going to be an input for a furnace we're later going to upgrade to steel. And then this can be second lane of copper. with furnaces that we also upgrade to steel. And then... what do we... Yeah, so we go, like... something like that. You guys have... You have 17, so you did in fact have enough. That's fine. Cue the thing. This wants to be on the other side because we're going to have more copper in here as well. So, where is... This is in the wrong... Okay, so, with all of that stuff completely in the wrong place, we're going to also put the coal in the air quotes wrong place, because why wouldn't we? We're going to do the coal in a strange, silly way that never happens like this. We're going to do that. Okay, planning. We have done some planning. We then need more coal through here. Like that, I guess. So now we've got a coal source. We've got one belt of copper coming in here. We need more copper mining, for which we have only 12 miners. But I think that's okay, because we also don't have the steel furnaces we need yet either. And there's other copper here that we can like tidy up later when we get around to it. Okay, can we also have more poles, please? 2 more poles, and then we need to go and cut wood. Yeah, this is in the wrong place. We nearly did that, but then did not quite do that. So let's have... We were so happy with the planning as well, and then it did not work. This needs to go underground to here, and then like that. And then all of this stuff needs to get out of the way so that these guys can get wherever this is going to happen. Whatever. So we're going to end up with some steel furnace lanes of copper smelting that we are not going to be able to copy and paste at all. It's going to be a mess. Like, even more of a mess than usual. I was expecting some amount of mess, and then we did this, so whatever. Sure, good job, I guess. That should eventually be 2 full lanes of stuff. But it's not yet, and we're not even mining enough for it yet. But all those furnaces are running, so that looks nice. I need... Yeah, I just need more stuff at this point. Which is interesting, because my inventory is just jammed with a pile of things. Do we... Yeah, whatever. Okay, give me these. Hopefully gears up. Yeah, we need to do all these upgrades. We need to... we should be getting more of these guys out now. Mining jewels, yeah, we're still not getting mining jewels. That copper upgrade was some of what we needed to be able to get the mining jewels we needed for steel and stone. Remember when steel and stone were still the things that we wanted to be doing? So that's not enough, but never mind. Where are we cooking steel and stone? Are we doing it, I guess, over here? Which means we have to get this belt of... Sure. I think this also means we want additional copper mining, not additional copper mining, additional coal mining as well, because we're close to wanting... Yeah, give me these. We are close to wanting... So 2 lanes of copper, another lane of iron. Yeah, I think that's going to be enough to be able to put steel over there, which is fine. Maybe we should also, somewhere, have... Yeah, so this splitter, we could just put another belt of coal into that splitter, and I think we're actually fine for the moment because we're supporting it with this buffer. Things that feel bad. I was thinking about places where I could do this kind of steel thing. and just do a nasty little hand-fed steel, because we are going to want assembler 2s with some degree of priority as well. Like, the steel and stone is nice for the furnaces, but we don't really care. The thing we really care about that makes the rest of the run faster and solves a lot of problems that we would otherwise continue to have. Oh, hey! These mining drills we don't need here anymore, which means we've got 13 mining drills and enough belt that we can look at getting the stone over to somewhere that will help us make stone furnaces. Let's try and... We're going to have more copper furnaces there, more copper miners there later. Let's try and get that out of the way. This I think also can go... That one's going right. This one I think wants to go up a priority right, because we've still got a copper buffer here supporting the rest of that. Sure, let's leave space there to be able to get more coal through, so that's nice. And then, yeah, the stone is going that way. Could we cook the stone here? Do I want to cook the stone here? I think I do. And then we can just take a belt of that elsewhere. So, if I were to put a long-handed inserter there, that would mean that this belt would be able to collect the coal that I want to be able to cook all of this stuff into bricks. I need more wood to be able to make more power poles with, because that is close to the end of... Like, that's the end of power poles. Like, some amount of steel is nice. Do we have more? Sure. And then we disconnected that, so let's reconnect it. Okay, so we've got a belt of stone that is going to buffer a huge amount of stone that we want to... I think we're going to take it over here. I don't think we're going to try and get... We're not going to get in the way of that other mining that wants to be there later. We're just going to run this stone through here. Yes, it does feel pretty bad. And hope that we have more mining drills. And then... Do I want... I probably do want some number of assemblers. 34 mining drills. This is actually a decent number of mining drills. The thing is, we're still not going to get any more that are running. Oh, we don't have enough labs yet. That is another... Actually, that belt of stone we're going to leave there, because we're going to bring the steel in to do other stuff there anyway, so that's fine. We are just going to compulsively craft more steam engines, because that's what you do when you got a ton of iron, is... you remember that you wanted to cut trees, because we actually cannot... We actually can't build... We also gave away the... Oh, there's heaps of trees on this map. We're not going to be short of wood overall, even though this is a desert map. But we are going to be... I mean, first of all, worried about finishing... Oh yeah, steel furnaces we need. Lab speed, let's get that because we're kind of blocked on that. We've got engines, then we can go towards the car, and then some oil processing. And that is a bit of a plan. We do need... Yeah, we've got enough... We've got enough copper at this point as well, don't we? We just need to be upgrading all those assemblers so we get more chips out. And then I think when we upgrade the... when we upgrade the gear wheels assemblers, we are going to need to find more iron, but we've also already got a plan to find more iron. Yeah, this belt that we didn't put in, the power poles that we still don't have, and I think we go and find some copper, which should also be down here somewhere. And then we've got 12 personal assemblers. So that's going to be... Oh, hey, here's a pile of copper. And then all that copper is building up because we are buffering it instead of doing anything else with it. Cool, fine. That is... Yeah, that is... What, 1, 2, 3... About 5 times as much copper as we needed for the number of gear wheels that we picked up. So, cool. Anyway, input, steel 1, steel 2, output lane, steel 1, steel 2, input lane, and then I think we're just going to go into... I think we're just going to go straight into a double ore lane of steel. I think we will be using that much of it. And also I just wanted something to do with my time while we waited for these power poles to craft. And by power poles to craft, I mean we're not even crafting the power poles yet. We need to change these guys to the power poles. And then we will have the power poles that we need. Like now. Okay, so that should be coal supply. Oh, we're also going to need another splitter. Glad that we have these things sitting around for us. Okay, first splitter is going to go, by the looks of things, like here or something. Actually, that one should go on the side. Because we are going to have more iron to add later. And then we should go and... Yep. Actually, can you just make me a couple of chips? Because I think we're going to want more splitters, but I think we have to go back to them. Do we have to go back to them all? I actually don't think we do. I think we have so much of this... That's probably more than 15, isn't it? 19! Okay. Where would we... Are we going to mixed mine that? I don't think we are. I think we're going to have enough stuff to not worry about it. So... Do we need to worry about these other things yet? Probably not. Actually, if we are going to mixed mine it, there's... let's figure out where the rest of these belts would be. That's actually... Yeah, we have lined that up in a way that is actually really good to mixed mine the rest of it. But we accidentally started this iron mine in a position that means that there would only be one... mixed lane. Actually, it would be here. That's where it wants to be. Okay, so this can be a mixed lane later. We might need to do that to get all the copper out. Never mind. But for now, this is not the upper priority. But then we need... Oh yeah, we need more splitters that we don't have. But that's fine, because for the splitters we need iron, which we do have. Actually, I think what I should be doing is continuing to get these guys on coils so that we can craft a whole lot of labs. How many of these do we have? 9. We are close to having steel running. And we are close to having steel furnaces. Because, I mean, I didn't actually see any stone bricks coming down the stone belt. I kind of just assumed that we built that thing and it worked. And I actually have no idea if it did or not. We kind of just walked away from it. I did see the stone and the coal going in the right place. Give me this back. Give me all these things. Give me more labs. So I am reasonably confident that the stone bricks are doing what they need to. We have more power poles. Give me these coils. I don't want... Is this going to be... This is definitely going to be iron, isn't it? There's no way to like, trying to squirrel something through here that was not iron would be a disaster. So that's what we're doing with the iron in our inventory. And then we wanted splitters because we wanted to be able to go send it with priority that way, but then also, especially as we don't have the steel furnaces yet, so we're not actually processing all of this, get this in here and do more steel. We do have not enough furnaces, but other than that, enough inserters, which is nice. And then we're still worried about, yeah, lab speed, number of labs, all that kind of stuff. Are we happy about that? I remember that we wanted bots inside inside 4 hours, and then the red-green science at 2 hours always felt a little bit disappointing to be doing the steel furnace upgrades then, but also we are still ahead of that timer in a way. I'm not even in a way, like we are getting all the steel done. Can I have more labs, please? Get this stuff out of my inventory, this one, whatever. You guys are done with this craft, are you? Yes, and then this belt wants to head in there. We can do the same thing, and hey, we're balancing. Okay, get another assembler, get this stuff out of my inventory, get me, yeah, more of these. I think I crafted more of those later anyway. We're actually using some of this belt now, so we built a bunch of stuff. A lot of this is actually running, which is nice. I will need these inserters. I will need these 10 of these guys. Okay, fine. Get going, thanks. I want to extend these labs, which is not super... Yeah, we are significantly lab blocked, even without having researched lab speed. That was not a successful copy and paste. But does that mean 48? I think 48 is the number of labs I wanted, which means we're actually only 2 labs short, which is surprising and nice. Okay, give me all these back. 74 mining drills, pretty good. We need to upgrade everything about how we're making gear wheels. And then also, I think, this transition here, we just do like that, which is a mess, but whatever. Upgrade the gear wheels. We want all of the gear wheels. We want all of the belt from the gear wheels. This is going to blast the iron supply. But that is also... Oh, we don't need to worry about those ones. These are only more belt. That is also a thing we were kind of aware of anyway. We've only got 4 of these assemblers left. And I don't have the steel to be able to craft more. And I also don't have the fast inserters. So, the other 2 labs we wanted, and then... Oh yeah, we left the belt of steel here. Why didn't we bring the belt of steel with us when we were doing the other things? Oh well, who knows? Things will remain a mystery. We're apparently leaving a lot of space to be able to spaghetti through more stuff. That is a kind of concerning amount of space to imagine needing. But we're going to have steel furnaces here, which means these probably only need to be half the size anyway. We probably don't need all those. 12, yeah, because... So we've got space here to do, I don't know, something. We'll worry about that later as well. Okay, these steel furnaces, this is going to turn a lot of steel into furnaces, which is nice. And then the rest of this steel wants to make it over here. This buffer is not actually a thing that needs to exist, which is nice because it's in the way. And then we can continue to spaghetti this through. It's fine, normal things. There are nice ways to do this. I'm going to just do this in a not particularly nice way. And then this belt, yeah, because this is set up for... I mean, you should have more gears arriving now? No, because iron supply. Okay. We can deal with that because... Like, here looks like a... Yeah, running backwards and forwards trying to figure out where we can do a thing. Here... Yes. Is a spot that we can put another assembler and have this also making gears, and then have this grab iron, which is from the other source that we're not really using yet, so that's nice, and then put things in a box because we like boxes, and now we've got another source of iron getting in here. Why aren't you... because we needed this one, and then also you are not... Oh no, you are doing things because we've got bell coming from over here. That is the iron problem. Sure. Let's put these other 2 labs in place, and then we need to worry about getting, yeah, enough steel and then enough gear wheels, not assemblers. Are those guys? Okay, so that's... Is that the labs build done? Are we happy calling that labs build done? It does look like we are... Yeah, and we are ahead of the 2-hour mark of getting one more assembler, and then it's just down to gears, isn't it? Where... Here is another spot where we can do a very similar thing. So we're going to. There we go. And that also means we're making gears after... Yeah, sure, whatever, that's fine. How many of... 39 steel furnaces? Do I want to go back to the steel furnaces yet? Do I want more copper? Do I want more iron? Do I want to figure out how to get... I think I want more iron, figuring out how to get that in here. Which I think means... all this kind of stuff going to be weird. Because... Okay, let's just do half lane of iron first. Because I want to upgrade that steel to steel furnaces so they don't have to bother with it, but I also want to upgrade the steel first with the furnaces so that we get more steel out, because I think that steel is going to be more important than whatever this is. Is this going to be... Do we turn this into the gear, the belt of gears and pipes that we need for blue science engines? That is a compelling idea. We have also researched engines. 11, yeah. We can put more on all of these. Something like that. And then somehow power these guys, I don't really mind. Where, oh, there's one in here, whatever. Sure. Spaghetti disaster continues. We're gonna need to power... Actually, let's have these guys nice and dense, and then we can do the interruption for power on the mixed mining side. Oh, I should also have radars. I cannot have radars. I do not have the materials for radars. I also... Yeah, we kind of have enough power poles at the moment. So all those guys need to be upgraded, and then... I think we're going to need... Well, actually, we've got both of these belts, don't we? And we've got free space on both of them. So I think we realize we don't have enough assemblers. And then we have a pile of coal that we don't want. And we've got a pile of power goods we have yet to... that we actually need to build. That's interesting. Okay, so we need to come back for those anyway. We need to come back for these anyway. These three assemblers need to be expanded to keep up with the science. All of those need to be upgraded as well. 126 is... Yeah, we don't have enough assemblers to upgrade... Yeah, we are still struggling to get enough assemblers to upgrade all of the green chips. So we're going to take those steel furnaces back over to the steel build, upgrade some of this stuff. We're also not upgrading the... Yeah, we need that's slightly desicced. There we go. We also need... Yeah, so much power grid. Oh well. And then we need more trees as well. Where are we doing this? I think we're going to move this a bit so that we can have 3 things making gears. Because that seems to be what we need at the moment. Actually, yeah, just have all the insertion speed you need, guys. It's going to be fine. You are important. And then somewhere over here, we're going to put 3 belts of pipes. You guys, I don't think need as many inserters, but still probably some. I don't think that's going to be enough pipe for... Then we've got to squirrel this somewhere. I think we might actually be building the blue signs over here, because that gap there, unless we rearrange this copper, maybe this whole thing is enough that... Oh, we can put it around, we can move it around the corner, whatever. We're going to continue with the existing plan. Yeah, we do this, we balance this iron source, and then we have... Where are we spaghettiing this one through? I must be able to make... Here we can. It's fine. Okay. So now we've got another helpful belt of more spaghetti to push through here, it looks like. Do I want to be able to... I kind of would like to be able to go... 1 fast inserter, please. So that I can turn this thing back like so, and go fast inserter for gear wheels, just so that we've got another way of getting gear wheels into the red science if we need to. And then this is going to be the belt of stuff that we need, and those are not all of the assemblers we need to upgrade the green chips, but a decent number of assemblers that we need for green chips. We don't need to upgrade all of these inserters, but we do need to upgrade several key tactical inserters. I think that's going to be all of them. And then we should also do the upgrade that we just talked about, even though we don't have enough assemblers for this side. Never mind. And then we need to... Yeah, I think the hour mark that I'm consistently disappointed when we get there is... taking an hour to do... Taking 2 hours to get all the labs upgraded. Oh wow. Yeah, we did actually need... Was that the reason of... It was... Oh, we're actually just straight up low on power. We are in a sad space, it's fine. Here is where we're going to put... we don't have all the pipes we need. So that's super cool. Do we have... second belt of coal. There is space to get this thing through somehow. I insist that there is. Yeah, we're just going to cut off all the other smelting, apparently. Oh, no, we're going to put it back. It's fine. Okay, so there's another bit where we can be putting coal stuff. Did we... I've got burner iron. I have burner iron that I can turn into the pipes that I need. That's going to be the plan. Give me this burner iron. And then we're going to need, yeah, a couple more of these. All of this coal can... Apparently this box is the one that needs it. Sure, whatever. And then... putting down more coal mining before we've actually fortified the power grid that was the problem. There's no way that goes wrong. We have enough drills to hit this pretty hard at the moment. So that goes there. That's going to be already ingested it's not because we need a splitter like here. But then... Okay, so I'm pretty sure we saved the power grid there. We just need to actually get the rest of this stuff online, so let's do that first. Radars. Can I have radars? I can have 6 radars. Okay, so that should be... enough power grid in a stable way to not worry about losing it again. And I kind of want to do a thing, maybe I don't do it here or now, but I want to, when we get bots, have a lot of stuff for bots to immediately just go and build. How many is that? 31? We can go to 34, I reckon. Then this 34 is not full pump utilization, but it is full belt of coal utilization, but we've also set this up so that we're arranging that coal bottleneck differently, but never mind. So we hopefully are making enough. Yeah, hopefully we're making the assembler ones we need, or the assembler 2s we need in the mall, that we can then go and expand the red and green sides pretty much as soon as we get back. I am close to some trees, so I should also take these trees with me, because I do need power poles. And we'll continue to need power poles. Are we happy with this for the 2-hour mark? I think we are. I think bots at the 4-hour mark is still the more important one to make sure we hit. And that also could be a bit more of a mess because the base is kind of all over the place. Which is my fault. I can't really complain about that. Okay, so that should be... yeah. I don't know if we're putting enough coal into that to keep it entirely happy, but more power poles. We should. Oh, and then I also wanted to upgrade. Do I have steel furnace? I do not have any steel furnaces. These need to be upgraded as well. We're not getting enough copper through at the moment. And then, yeah, this iron situation here is why we wanted this belt of gears and pipes, which is currently fine. Why are you not... oh, because we're not getting iron through anymore. Because we are just doing all the iron things. And then these guys are also not getting iron through... this is... yeah, because we're not mining enough iron there. Okay. Some of those upgrades happened, which is fine. Those, oh, we don't need to be over there at all. We need to be down here getting these furnaces. And then I think a thing we can do is, I'm trying to figure out where we can put iron just inside a buffer. Give me these back. Okay, so now we are pretty happy. Oh wait, did we? That's the problem. These were supposed to be... okay. We didn't actually want that many things in... these are all limited correctly. These should be 3... I think I want 3 stacks of these guys. I do not want a full chest of those guys. I mean, I eventually want a full chest, but not yet. And, like, never a full chest at once. I want mining drills and a whole pile of other stuff as well, rather than a whole box of mining drills and not much else. Power grid, fine. All these assemblers upgraded. Oh, one. I saw one normal one. There. Okay. All those are upgraded and fine. Let's get, yeah, 160 steel furnaces. We upgraded all. We did not upgrade all the steel. We also need to mine more steel, so that's cool. We can go and do that. Here. Can I have... No is the answer to that. I was wondering if I had copper to make more power poles, and the answer was no. Is this lane balance? Is that full enough? Both of those lanes look full enough. To the extent that we're not going to worry about it. I think the bottom one was a weird artifact of the base being kind of unhappy about the ways in which we were smelting and processing things, but whatever. It's going to be good enough for now. How many is that? 12. That's the 15 we want. We'll do that. Do we want some more iron mining here as well? Maybe. I think we're going to worry about that when we put in another lane of stuff. I don't think we need all that much yet. But I don't need this iron. So that's a better thing to do with it than just have it in my inventory. And then also, these I would really like to be... Oh no, it doesn't matter, does it? Because these are eventually going to be engines. If I plan on prioritizing these into the mall, then... Oh yeah, where was the other... It was this copper that needed the upgrade. We do actually need more iron in here. You know what? No, we don't. Because we're already getting gears through from the other source. So as long as this inserter mall has the gears, we're probably fine. Okay, give me all the poles we want. And then... Furnace upgrade, furnace upgrade, furnace upgrade. Are we? We are not. We need to be doing a better job of mining all of this copper now that we have all of the furnaces. That was not a better job of the copper. And then... you know what? We're going to do this in a cheeky way. Because it's a little bit easier if we have two inserters. There we go. That mining is integrated. Then we're going to pick up a bunch of stuff over here. Do I want to mine more coal at the same time? I think I do. I think I want to fully mine that coal patch. Even though it looks like we're not using it. But really we are. Like as soon as the power grid kicks off at any decent rate. Are we... We only need 2 belts of copper out of this. We're going to do the same thing. Getting stuck on stuff is cool. Okay, so we have not particularly lane balanced that. Like, I don't even think I mind getting not all of the copper out. 51? Yeah, we need a couple more lanes there. We need a couple more miners, but also whatever. This copper can also just go back in this buffer, because, you know, why not? We are going to be using all of this coal somewhere, so I don't really mind. That's why. That's why these guys aren't getting enough iron, because we've also got the chips iron to worry about, and then we are low on chips because we kind of need to prioritize that iron in. So maybe we do want another iron somewhere. You know what? We probably don't need this number of stone furnaces now. Probably... Like, we've got a bunch of the upgrades that we wanted. I'm thinking of doing something significantly worse. Like that. Because I would like these two to be copper, because we're going to make this copper, but actually, wait, if I do this... If I do that iron mining there, where are we getting the iron from? Is it this burner patch iron? Should I just smelt it out the other side? Whatever, we've committed to it now. We've put the ghost in, we have put the furnaces in place. We put the furnaces in the wrong place. And we are committing to that being a place where more iron happens. With the quirk that the output belt, we're going to run this way. This is going to be in the way of the copper, is it? It's going to be fine. This copper can go, like, over... not there, but, like, over there. 2 lanes of copper. Sure, what are we worrying about? How do we get... we don't have... Did we do... we did do the rest of the science upgrades, didn't we? We just also need the rest of these chests to fill before we get enough green circuits down here. Maybe we build more green circuits? They should all have all the stuff we need now. I don't really want to do a third, I just kind of want that all to fill up. Yeah, we need to get coal or splitters. I went back to the mall to get undergrounds and splitters, and then did not do either of those. I think we should also automate more pipe somewhere, and I think this is a space to do it, because we are going to need... let's get not 2 full boxes, but like some amount of stuff. Sure. And then we've got engines, so we should also conclude that we are going to put some amount of... I mean, yeah, we just put the copper in a different place. We can have some amount of blue science here. It's going to be fine. We did want 6 of those making engines, and then we will be able to have a car soon. Car research is in the queue. Give me the mining drills. Give me the other mining drills as well. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I was going to set up. Do you have... you do. I want... more stuff. Give me the stuff. Refineries and chem plants, which we don't have yet but will soon. And then mostly I wanted that in pipes, is it? Who knows? These guys and steam engines in the mall. I think that would be helpful. And then these guys can just go and will be limited by stone furnaces, of which we have... okay, we have too many of those. We do not need... I mean, we will need a pile though, won't we? Yeah, you just do that. Put the burner miners in here as well. This is a thing that... oh, actually, give me all of them for the moment. How many are we making? That's probably fine. And then these guys can just do whatever with leftover iron. It's probably fine as well. Engines are happening, have happened. We are not yet putting stone on this belt, which means that refineries do not have a way of getting stone. Which is a shame, because I think I do want all of the refineries fully automated so we can just copy and paste them around the place. So with that in mind... sorted. Now I don't need to figure out how much I want to hand carry to a box of stone by the assemblers, even though I've already set up the box. This one... oh, is not going to be the template we use for mining, is it? Because the input belt goes the wrong way. Okay. Then let's figure out how the coal is getting in here. And I think I was just going to do something nasty again, like so, because of course I was. And then, yeah, we went back to the mall to get these undergrounds and these undergrounds. And then we've got another belt of iron here to figure out what to do with. So that will resolve half of it. And then can we get the other half over here somewhere? Actually, no, this is only half a belt here. So yeah, so this is fine. We do this, we do... We do something like... There we go. This would be better were it balanced, so let's go like that. And now we have, yeah, probably that works, maybe, sure. We have iron, we have the output sorted, we need the input. Okay, this is going to be a continued disaster, but that's also not a surprise. Yeah, so now we just need to put some iron ore on this belt, and we will get more iron ore in the rest of the base. We have completed automobilism, which means we have a car, which is very exciting. And then... yeah, going around this copper patch is a bit of a nuisance. Again, things I've done to myself. Oh, hey, remember when we made all that steel? And I was like, the goal of having all this extra steel is to be able to make assembler 2s. And then we kind of didn't do that. Oh well. Those 2 boxes are full, which is pretty exciting. And also these are... I've also put some of these in the wrong place. We're supposed to be doing a thing where we get... the idea here was to be topping up both sides of this belt. But as it was, we were only ever topping up one side of this belt. And we accidentally gave this guy an offshore pump. That's not where they're supposed to be. Okay, so now we're topping up both sides of the belt in a way that kind of doesn't matter. We've got to get this iron. Which shouldn't be too bad, because we do have all the parts. We have all the belts, we have all the undergrounds. We can just do more splitter things and get all of this iron into the base. Are we just going to prioritize this? We can prioritize it this way, it's going to be fine, isn't it? Where is a spot? Are these all the same annoying diagonals? In that case we're going over here, I guess, aren't we? Sure, let's pretend that's sensible. Are we ever pulling up the burner miners? I'm not sure I really care. Oh hey, this belt of iron ore was already in the direction we wanted. Go us. So that's not going to be... how many do we have here? 44, so that's only ever going to get half a lane of iron unless we figure out how to put some more in. And hey, here's a place that we can get more in. So can we do... I mean, we didn't need to do that. That was completely unnecessary. And there's also a tiny piece of cliff in the way, so that's amazing. Sure. I'll put that on one side, and then the other mines can do the other side. And we've got slightly more than a belt of iron. Okay, great. So we're researching oil processing. We've got... everything. We don't actually have everything in the base upgraded in the way that we want. We do not have... get out of my inventory. We do not have these guys upgraded, but we're also fine on green chips, apparently. But we still want to get this stuff upgraded. What are you waiting on? Iron? Yeah, because everything's getting turned into gear wheels and then into mining drills. Sure. Okay. Upgrades that didn't necessarily need to happen now, but did need to happen. I would like... yeah, I've got enough poles for the moment. Did I? That one's quite an important piece of belt, as it turns out. So... things that we want include... yeah, I want to get rid of the science. I think we need to start setting up for oil processing, which is mildly inconvenient because we've... okay. We're going to go build some more power grid in the time that we are waiting for oil processing to happen. Because we're going to need the power grid anyway. All of this stuff... yeah, get these out of my inventory. Give me these ones as well. I don't need this many of these things. Pipes. I will need pipes. I also would rather not have all this stuff in my inventory. I probably should have handcrafted some myself rather than just... Yep, sure. Oh wait, really not many of them. That's not entirely surprised. Okay, where can we find coal? Oh, actually, I need to leave a radar here. I need... If I'm going to turn these guys in the map, then I need... Okay, I guess you guys get to be assembler 2s because I don't have any assembler 1s with me. Because if we're changing those recipes from the map, which looks like is the thing we're going to do like now because we've just unlocked it, we have not really saved all that much time. We're not really that far away, but also, yeah, that's going to work, isn't it? Because we automated the stone in. Okay, so we've got the plastic. What else do we want? We want... Now we have the plastic. And then getting into red chips and modules and that stuff. Do I have... I do actually have... Okay. Do I still want to be outposting this power grid before we get into oil processing? And I think the answer is sure, why not? We're going to go and grab that other coal. We're going to outpost that. Actually, where is... Oh, there was other coal. Was there other coal over here? I remember there was copper and maybe oil. I don't remember if there was other coal over there. We're going to go and grab this coal. And turn it into power grid. Maybe I should have paid attention to where the lake was, or where that forest was on the map. Do I... Actually, I don't know if I have enough belt for this. We are connected? We are connected. And then exactly where I put this power grid is kind of an open question. Maybe directly below the power grid that already exists. Maybe also on the other side, because then it's going to be closer to the rest of the base that we're setting up. Yeah, let's not do it that way. Let's continue to do it this way. It's much easier. I think I want at least 2 lanes of coal here. So we're going to need to do at least one more of those. 40. If we do another one the same size, we are fine for getting the 2 lanes of coal we wanted. I mean, this one is not going to be as big, but never mind. Stuck on... Did I want trees? Did I still want trees? 272 power poles. No, we're going to get some more trees. We'll probably need them later for something else, if not immediately this. So this is not quite going to be the 2 full lanes yet, but we also won't be hitting the 2 full lanes super hard yet because we won't be using all that power grid for a bit. But also when we are hitting the power grid this hard, we will probably have some mining productivity that will help out as well. Not there. Like that. Okay, 2 lanes of coal. Let's also drop a radar here. Partly to scan stuff out to see what's around, and now I actually need to make a decision about where this power grid is going. I think over here. Mostly because if I need the coal for the oil, here is going to be a better spot to have... this actually not going to be easy, no, how is it? Yeah. The other side of the lake is going to be a better spot to have coal if this is the coal that I end up needing for plastic. Which would be a shame. I would like to find coal on the other side of the map as well. Let's not build over that stone, we might need it. We might also run out of belt. We might also just straight up build the power grid here. where these trees are in the way. Then the question is, how much of this power grid do I want to build now? Because I'm also kind of keen on having the bots do most of it. Where are my offshore pumps? Where can we have these things? So we are apparently setting up for a lot of power grid, which I think I like. And then... Or yeah, so some of these offshore pumps we kind of put in a bad place, never mind. We're going to set this up in a way that I think means we can tap in solid fuel later, because I think that might be a thing as well, and or more coal. Do I actually have... I don't know if I have enough of these boilers now. Like, I was expecting to go back for belt. Boilers was not a thing I was expecting to go back to the mall for, so that's... I mean, kind of fine, because I've got a car. Mall is kind of just here. But I think I am also going to do a kind of cheeky thing of... We're going to set up... We're going to go wide rather than deep on this power grid. In the sense that we're going to do all the inserters, we're going to do this first row of steam engines, we're going to do the power poles because it's easy to drag them through the blueprint, but we are not actually going to bother with the pipes in between or the outside steam engines, and we're going to let bots do that when we get them, basically. And then also running out of burden inserters. Cool. And I think having said that... Oh no, this is still... That's probably still fine, isn't it? Yeah, all of these guys are actually in the wrong place. We want to build them relative to the other power grid. Cool. And then we need more of these underground pipes, of which I can't actually make. Okay, sure. We're going to need pumps for something later anyway. We need... Get these guys out of the way. We need... a variety of things. We've got... Did we actually limit these boxes? We did not. We wanted 2 stacks of those guys anyway. In fact, you make me some pump jacks. We are going to need all those chem plants, so I'm not super concerned about it. Give me a bunch of these. Give me... Yeah, we didn't really need those anyway. Burner inserters? Do we not have... I mean... In a way, I'm happy that the base is using all of its iron. As long as, I mean, the labs are running, the science is fully running, so whatever. Give me the... Yeah, we're going to have to come back for objects. Then I also needed belt. And belt, because of how we've set this up, is in a different part of the lab, and in a different part of the base. Well, we did limit these boxes, didn't we? We did. So that's good. Yeah, the copper we're not fully hitting, the iron we're not giving enough ore to. This is a power grid we can drive through because it's like that. And then oh, we didn't get underground pipes. Those were the other things that we needed to make this, although we might have... We might have enough iron on us, and I think we do, to realize the power poles are in a bad place, and then... Okay, so all of these guys are on grid. This is only really half the size of power grid that we said we wanted, but also whatever. Hopefully it gets us through until we get the oil processing done. And then the rest of this section, we might also just leave for bots to do. So I'm aware I'm kind of allocating a pile of bot jobs, which is, okay, allocating bot jobs is 100% the point. I'm also aware that I'm allocating a belt of solid fuel to a place that we don't necessarily have solid fuel. We might have to belt solid fuel from a long way away in here. And then I also wanted one of these for coal, didn't I? So, cool, good job. I hope we really do find some coal somewhere else, because we will need to. That power grid doesn't exist. Does it exist? Do we have the parts for it? Somewhat. Okay, so that's what we're building now, and then we're just going to leave... we don't really need a radar here, do we? We're going to leave a radar there for coverage, and then we want to make sure all of this connects. And then connect this in a way that gets in the least... So we've got 3 radars on the grid and 163, which I think is what we want to see. Yeah, we should hopefully have... Actually, we're gonna need a lot more pipes from the mall, aren't we? And I don't know that we have that many pipes in the mall yet. Yeah, we do not. Do we have any spare iron? I mean, we have these. Yeah, we have these pipes. You know what we're going to do? We're going to box these pipes as well. There we go. So now we've got another place that we're making pipes in the mall, which is cool. Give me all of these pipes. Give me all of these pipes. Can I have a tank? We need steel for a tank, which is also right next to where I was running past the iron, so let's get that done. Let's also have a steel buffer. That's a good call. Yeah, because some of these guys are kind of close to filling up on their steel, which is entertaining. Okay, so... is that in the right place? I've got a feeling it's not. Oh, that is in the right place. Good job, go me. Let's use normal inserters to kind of spread that out. I think that's probably going to work. Give me the pipe. Give me all of the pipe. I'm going to end up with gears as well, but whatever. Okay. Can I have a secondary car? No, because I need more engines. I'm going to get a secondary car, not because I'm worried about losing it, but because I'm worried about, well, losing it in the sense of forgetting it. So, let's also take power to this patch, which we're going to need later probably. I'm pretty sure the oil is in this direction. We have uncovered the oil, and there's also a whole lot more water up here, so... was there coal? Where is the most accessible coal from this spot? Because that could be quite a frustration. There are not many places left in... Okay, down here is this coal. This coal's right next to the copper. Good job choosing a map that had the basic features that you wanted. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. This is good copper and good coal, but I also don't think it's going to be enough for what we want to marathon later. But we're also going to take... Like, we didn't bring power here. But we are going to make sure that we go back with radar coverage and a belt of coal that we will be able to use for our plastic needs. I do not have enough pump jacks, and I do not have the refineries that we put in the mall. So All of those things are cool. Okay. So we can just straight up build refineries here, which means I think the coal needs to at least go to where the cliffs are. Which means I think we're working on that belt delay now. Okay, so the coal is set up. We need more pump jacks. We need to not destroy the power poles while we're not looking at them. Pretty important. Labs are still going. They'll be fine, don't worry about it. Yeah, set this back to chem plants. Give me... yeah, let's start with 20 oil refineries. Give me all of these guys. I'm gonna need more pipes. Oh, the belt is, because you guys are not upgraded. And then let's just get all of this iron stuff out of my inventory. So at some point, we will need... what do we need for... we will need a lot of longhand and sodas, won't we? And then more belt. I'm going to do... am I doing additional belt in the other section of the mall? Just give me these. That is not enough belt. So, with all of this iron that looks like it's free, the next thing we're going to do is put belt like here. Belt. And these ones can be a lot of belt, because we are going to need a lot of belt. And then, yeah, mining drills are also done, which is nice. And then we're going to need, yeah, all of this power grid. I'm going to drop back in this power grid box. And hope that, yeah, but not the pipe, I need the pipe. Hope that we have enough power grid. And it looks like we really should. Hopefully enough power grid to get us through the petrochem and into the bots is going to be the hope, because these guys are also running, which is nice. Okay, time to actually build some petrochem. We have, yeah, nearly a whole belt of coal. We have pump jacks. We have water right by the oil. We have a giant oil field. This is pretty good. Do we have offshore pumps? We have 3 more offshore pumps. Okay. Enjoying this section quite a lot. I don't know what we're going to be doing about... I mean, this copper and iron is right here. Should we also be doing... should we also be doing the red chip stuff right here? I think that is also kind of compelling as a concept. Yeah, that one's going to be annoying, isn't it? There we go, less annoying. It's now more clear that we want these undergrounds kind of in this position. I like doing this in wave defense more, because you can just shift-click around the place, and the bots will just take care of all of it for you. I think this is also, because of richness stuff, 38,000. This is going to be the only oil we need for this entire run, even though it's marathon. We are going to need a whole lot of oil for plastic for LDS. That's going to be its own kind of issue, but the richness of this patch is pretty absurd. Okay, let's use this power line to also be doing our processing of... is that functional? This one is slightly in the way. No, it's not. None of those are... nope, copy this thing. Set all of those there. Where are we getting this? In... like, I don't even think I bother tanking crude oil. I think we're just going to have... I mean, to be fair, we have not tapped the whole patch yet. But also, I think we have so much that it will be reasonably absurd. The only thing is, there's, like, water here, cliffs here, planning on putting smelting and other stuff, you know, wherever it fits. There's not a whole lot of spaces to copy and expand this the way we seem to have decided to do it. Oh, also, you know, what else we need? We need these guys to get their inputs. somewhat important. But then, in the spirit of leaving tasks for bots later, can we just smash that in there? I think we probably can. And then we've got power going to here, which does connect, because it also connected this way. Fine. Yeah. So we have a plan for a lot of basic petrochem. We've got, yeah, some of that needs to happen. Let's put the first lane of plastic just like right here. Because why not? Is here a good spot? Here is a good spot. No, that'll need to stay, didn't it? That's how we are connecting the other sections of the refinery complex. How many did we actually build? 14? 14 is not quite enough, is it? Especially when some of them aren't connected. Because we need not just enough for plastic, but enough for sulfur soon as well. Speaking of which, let's find where are our offshore pumps. I'm going to put the offshore... We don't need these guys anymore. I'm going to put offshore pumps here, because I always lose track of them in a way that feels really bad. We can do explosives here soon as well, which will be nice, because we will have all the things that we need. Plastic. Do I want to buffer plastic? I don't think I do. I think I just want to expand production as we go. So, we do actually have water for sulfur as well here, don't we? Okay, we've got modules. We can have prod mods. Let's get mining productivity. Let's get cliff explosive. That's a blue thing, but it's not the cliff explosives, okay? Yeah, how can we not get too much in the way, but also have a lot of sulfur? And the answer is like this. Doing a thing. Okay, so we've got plastic, we've got a place that... So these only need one faster inserter out, don't they? Whatever. I think we're going to put sulfuric acid. Yeah, we're going to do that more sensibly. Sulfuric acid is going to be here, and we can worry later about how we get that happening. We've also got, as it turns out, here's a place where we've got water and also gas, and also coal and sulfur, so that's going to be the explosives plan, for which we are going to need cliff explosives. Yeah, all of these guys are why that's necessary. So then we just have to build... I've got the car, I've got all of this. How many did we actually build? One less, we built 17. I think that's going to be fine. I think we then have to figure out how and where we build red chips, because we've got a space for engines, we've got a space for blue science like so. I do have 2 belts of copper that we've kind of conceptually allocated but not done anything with. We could get more iron out of that patch. We could also get iron out of this patch. Or we could try and do more smelting over here. And I think we actually pull This, yeah, we get 2 lanes of this iron. This is going to be a decent amount of stuff. We smelt it here. We do red chips here. We put it into the blue science over here. I think that's going to be the plan. So I think we look at how many, and all of this stuff can just like sit here until we get around to it. Yeah, and bringing the iron down is good because we also need to get the iron past the acid. So what are we going to need for that? We're going to need more mining drills. We're going to need the belt that we put over here. That's a lot of belt. That's good. We're going to need regular inserters. We're going to need a couple of splitters. That's going to be enough. We're going to need some of these guys. Regular inserters. We have some number of furnaces. I think we probably have enough furnaces. This is the box into which all of these guys can go. You're probably done. It's fine. You know what? Congratulations, you are now the burner inserter assembler. I think you have everything you need. Yeah, it looks like you have enough stuff. Okay, so let's go and worry about whether or not we have enough copper first, because I think we need more power poles. But other than that, I mean, this inventory looks like a mess, but also looks like everything we need to start on this plan, which is 5:25, so we are 2.5 hours in, and we've got engines automation kind of done. We've got plastic and sulfur at the rate that we need. How many is this? 27, so that's actually going to be 30. You know what? We are feeling pretty good about being close to bots, so we're going to set up a blueprint for mining. And then... yeah, and then another one down here. Is that 60? It's 74. Okay, there's way more than we need. This one is 24, and we're going to have a bit there. Are these guys 14? Okay. That is fine. Wait, it's not fine. It's super not fine. This blueprint is garbage and trash and will destroy runs. What we want is this blueprint, which has all of the belt in it. That's a pretty important detail to notice. So, one of the things we're doing with this is we do immediately want... we want 1 lane of iron for red chips now. This wants to be on the side. Does it? I think it's actually got to go the other side, doesn't it? So we will take the lane balanced side. And where are we smelting? We can bring another 2 belts of coal over and do the smelting right here even. In which case, this blueprint, which I said would not be the one we used because the outputs are going the wrong way, might actually be the build we use to do, yeah, 2 lanes of iron like here. We are going to break the petrochem for a bit. They're going to complain, it's going to be fine. As soon as we get the rest of this... I mean, we've got the whole power poles and blueprints thing to worry about, but other than that... this is not connected yet because power poles and blueprints. Yes, and then this radar is working again. This coal is all blocked. All of that is doing a thing. Cool. So I think I only want 1 lane of iron now. Let's buffer all of... are we going to buffer all of the coal? I think we can just let bots deal with that as well. Where did this go? Okay. This wants to not exist. Then I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of stuff that I do not want in my inventory. Get all that stuff out the way. I still don't have copper. I probably have enough power poles. This coal, we're just going to take this coal, sure. We do want to put more coal on that with some degree of urgency now, because we've got other things to do with it. And then maybe we do, yeah, I think maybe we do actually turn these into regular good mining blueprints after all, because we're not that far away from where we would want the copper and the green chips to be. Although I did also want to be able to copy paste stuff like this easier, and we are at the moment not setting up for a mixed buildable kind of thing that would let us expand the red chips easier later. But we do have a belt of... we've got a belt of iron, which is nice. Hey, there's some sulfuric acid down here. Let's figure out where this stuff is going to go. It's going to go straight through here. We are going to have sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid done. Way more inserters than it needs. Yeah, we've got this plastic. Where are we smelting this copper? Are we smelting this copper down? I think we want to get the copper in here and smelt it in this way, starting from about here. I think we want to do, and we do want 3 belts of copper for the amount of red chips we want. I think we want to put it like here, because that lets us, yeah, this is good. This lets us get another 3 lanes of copper from that later, in which case, let's first of all have bots, yeah, have jobs for bots to do when they get here. It's going to be the plan. Even though bots aren't here yet, we could be working on getting the bots here, but instead we are doing other things, never mind. This... not like that. It's going to run this way. And then the thing is, when we worry about getting the second lane of iron, and we also need to worry about getting the second lane of plastic in, and I think we might have just have used the space we wanted for that as well. Never mind. And then we've also got, yeah, let's get acid in here at the same time, because why not? Yeah, well, maybe we put batteries in that space. Where are we? Yeah, we wanted to go down here. I only need to be doing the first 2 of these belts myself. This belt is a thing bots can do later, he said, with 900 more belt in his inventory. I absolutely could have done that instead of the bots. Okay, so we do want 3 lanes of copper immediately. The expensive green chips recipe is what, 2 to 1 iron to copper. Why did I do that way? There was easier ways, definitely easier ways to do that. Yeah, we need to turn our 1 belt of iron into green chips. Press the right buttons. Do the commentary and press the right buttons at the same time. Yeah, to turn our 1 full belt of... I don't need to go this far. Full belt of iron into green chips needs 2 belts of copper, and then we're going to have a 3rd belt of copper to turn all of those into red chips. How are we doing? We're going to use this blueprint. Because I don't know that we're going to need all of this coal now, but that also means that bots can do it later. And then we're going to split of this. This is our smelting fuel. Not there, here. All of this stuff is going to be in the way, so let's try and not make it too much in the way. And then... oh yeah, we need to bring power down here. That could be pretty important. Those the 3 belts. We're just going to start with doing 3 belts myself. And we're going to use this copper because that copper is clearly closer to the other position. So yep, we're going to start here. And we do need to drop 90 miners down, so I'm not going to do this with the builds that bots can extend later. But we're going to do something like this. Something very much like that. And now we've got spaces to put more copper in. So we should work on that. Here's some copper. Let's just go that far, because I think we're already 12. Oh no, we can actually go a bit further. That actually looks really nice. Mostly I didn't want to put so many things on. I want to be able to get more copper miners on the top of the thing, to be able to get more copper out. And maybe we should also connect this, and maybe we should also connect this. And if we're going to talk about doing this copper across the top, then we should also do that. Another one here. And then more copper here. This one goes around the outside. Is that true? This one is going to kick in here and go on the outside of this one. Yeah, I like that as a plan. I think that's doing what it needs to. Where are we putting? Copper mining. I think that's going to do... How many have we just dropped? 86. That is close enough that I think I'm just going to say that's the... Actually, especially with mining productivity, which we're currently working on, that is going to be all the copper we need for these 3 lanes, which is super cool because we are running out of spaghetti space. It's a disaster. It's still fine. It works. It's going to be fine. And then all of... Oh yeah, and then also when bots are getting around to build this, let's not have them do the 2 silly parts. Let's have them build the sensible thing. Yep. Okay. So we've got 3 lanes of copper mining to build. I mean, I've got a feeling we're going to run out of something here and need to go back to them all. But that is also not super surprising. The petrochem has also been idle for a while, but I'm kind of fine with that because it was waiting for the next thing we were building here anyway. Like, maybe we could have moved the acid some. Maybe we could be tanking acid. Maybe we could be moving the... that one. Maybe we could be moving the sulfur back to the base because belt delay, but we're going to have the same belt delay on all of the red chips as well, so I don't even think that was what we were concerned about. But I do like that as soon as we have a bots plan, we have more power grid that the bots can go and work on. We have some more iron mining that the bots can go and also work on. We need to plug in the other array of copper that is below us. We are currently on a 3 belts of copper mining, and there is more that we can get out. So that's 3 belts of copper mining. Yeah, we need to... We've got so much more here. I think this is going to be LDS copper. Is it? Maybe I should have some grenades. Maybe I'm not going to get some grenades. I guess we're going to do mining productivity before we get grenades. Let's change that around so we get those things and then mining productivity and cliff explosives. because I think maybe, yeah, the science is backing up into the build a little, which means we could definitely have been using that more. Now the plan here is we've got 2 belts of iron, or at least one concept. Yeah, we've got 1 belt of iron coming in. We've got a build that is in radar, which is nice. Where are we? Yes, this is going to work, isn't it? We can make this work. One of these can go here. And then we want to have one of these belts take care of 5 assemblers, so that the other belt can also take care of... not like that at all, actually. Like this. Because the other thing we want to do is have one of these here. Which means that this section is cleaner if we go like so. Then we maybe should have moved this... Yeah, let's try to at least be a little nice to the iron and plastic that we have. Even though the plastic is not going this way, is it? So let's make sure all those things fit as well. The first one of these is going through here, the second one is just continuing. Okay, iron is in the build. Kind of. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that will... Oh, other than the fact that we need to get this iron over here as well. How do we do that? We have this lane to play with as well, actually. So this one is going to continue. Send that to the right. Because, yeah, this space is totally valid to use, and we will in fact use it, because we also want coils. That's surprisingly compact and making me happy about things. And we can use up to this space. Because this is going to be a kind of mixed build that's basically just going to take 3 lanes of copper and turn it into the things we want for red chips. But we also, when we do that, we'll need a second belt of plastic as well. Being on mining productivity again means that we have unlocked all the researchers I need to just be, yeah, getting some grenades myself. Okay, so I think I'm pretty happy with this plan, and then we just need to go and run out of belt. That was always a thing that might have happened. And we're just going to do some of this build so that we can hopefully get some of the things out of our inventory. One of those green chips assemblers is not yet upgraded. Interesting. Do this one, because that's where we broke some stuff and things might have fallen out of the blueprint. Yeah. I think we're happy with where this is. I do like the idea of having the red chips that we're making and then immediately going into, here's the plan for the bots to immediately extend the red chips. I think that is a thing which I will enjoy. It is pretty important to get the bots online, and then... actually, these ones don't need the boxes in the middle. We can just immediately do... not that. These want to continue. Yeah, like, we are not going to get this build turned on in this trip, because we ran out of belt. But that is also not necessarily a surprising thing. And yeah, mostly it's just about getting a whole lot of entities in position so that our inventory is cleaner. So that... Oh, we also put... okay. This iron interface is going to be more annoying when we do the other version. But also whatever. No, wait. This is... That is incorrect. It's then this one that needs to go past. And this one turns. Okay, fine. 5. This belt is going here. Belt we don't have yet. Third one is going to be where it needs to turn because we want to get a full... not even like that, there's a different way of doing that, which we will bother with when we have enough belt. Okay, so all of those guys are somewhat built. And then also, where's... Yeah, that outpost box doesn't need to exist, and this belt can come around the other side, so those don't need to exist. Then get everything powered. Dropped a recipe somewhere. Okay. So other than the fact that we don't have all the belt we need, I am fine with that. But that does also mean we don't have cliff explosives yet. We've got explosives, but not cliff explosives. Which means that now we want to think about making sure we have everything is just kind of running as a surprise. Okay, we're going to go back into some text that will go faster and then back into mining pod because we don't need it yet. We want to make sure we have enough assemblers. Let's open these up a bit. I need belt. I will need belt. You also... we're going to imply a limit so that when we get around to... do I want these? I don't think I want these, but I want you working on stuff. And then... long-handed inserters, undergrounds. Let's lift these a little. Because we're about to go into a larger phase of building stuff. Is this everything I need to do the chips? I think maybe. And then we also just get a bunch of these guys going. Let's swing past... oh, what I should actually do is I should go and grab some steel. I can... oh wow, these guys are... yeah, we're hitting that buffer pretty hard. Okay. At some point we are going to... okay, we can do that in a different way. We will come back to attempting to remember that we wanted to boost the steel buffer, because the thing we wanted to do first was make sure that these guys both get set to explosives, and then have an assembler here. In which we leave... okay, I guess we are turning a bunch of these things into a bunch of empty barrels. And then, yeah, we're going to get 14 of these things, because that's how many grenades we're using. And then we're going to remember that we need to go and do a bunch of other stuff as well. And then we've also got a pile of sulfur in our inventory that we don't want. I guess these guys... that's second belt of iron. So sulfur may as well. I think we're going to have a belt of sulfur and batteries in the same place, because they're all coming from kind of the same place, and we do have iron in that place. But now we should have enough belt to make the rest of this thing run. And hopefully enough of everything else as well. Yeah, so we split this one in here. This iron belt can go like so. That it doesn't need to go like that. Can go here, and we've got, you know, something like a belt of chips. Although we missed some of these inserters, but that's fine because... And these boxes are limited? These boxes are limited. Is that all? That's not working. Why aren't you working? I think I see everything running. Which is, I mean, I should be less surprised about that. Is that fitting in? That's actually exactly the right width for this kind of mixed build plan, which is kind of wild. Okay, sure. Okay, and then here, we have to bodge the red chips in basically here. Okay, so let's just do any kind of layout. And then figure out exactly how much space we will need. So that's the thing we want. Let's do this from the map. We want 14 of these, that's 15, that's 14. So, where does this fit? It actually doesn't hit the power plant, which is super nice. I want space here to be able to extend the labs, and this power plant is also doing whatever. So I think we can just, yeah, I think we just put these guys like here. I don't think that hits the power plant. And then the other question is, when we do this and we have 3 belts through the middle and then we do one on the other side, are we... Yeah, we're still not actually hitting the other interface. So that's cool. This one goes here and underneath and into the build. This one is the plastic. The green chips is... Actually, this would be slightly more convenient and not any worse if we moved all of this up to here. There. That was less convenient and strictly worse. Because now we can have a splitter here for the green chips. And the plastic wants to be on this line. This is ending up quite a compressed base, which in some ways is nice, because concise bases are nice, but in other ways is less nice, because it means we're not necessarily having a whole lot of spaghetti space later, which is one of the things we will continue to worry about. How are we getting... And then the space here to run the other belt of plastic through into the other mixed build when we copy and paste this later. So, I think we're pretty happy with that as a plan. That belt of... Yeah, we're going to do this build. We are going to get modules running and then copy it and then worry about where the sulfur is going. I believe I have enough inserters for this. 14 is also not well ratioed for red chips and expensive recipes. It is well ratioed for... Yeah, I thought these were in the wrong place because we dropped the recipe off them and then couldn't find out why it was in the wrong place. It's obviously in the wrong place, isn't it? Yeah, these 14 long red chip assemblers are only going to be well ratioed once we have prod mods in them. But, you know, we're going to be here for long enough for prod mods to pay off, and it's fine. Are we connecting this to... Yes, that's not going to work, and then we just need to get all these guys in. Then we will have a red chip automation done. We have a belt of sulfur. We have a plan for having engines, which means we might be in the spot of having... What, we've just hit 3 hours? Not there, here. which I think I'm happy with as a schedule. I mean, the downsides is that there's more copper and iron around the place. Like, there's this iron, which is pretty accessible. We can put more smelting here. There's this copper and this iron right where we want to be extending the red chips. There's this copper for LDS as well, which is cool. There's coal and there's refineries for plastic. Maybe we're doing LDS here, but then where would be... Oh, here's where we can get steel in. I'm concerned that this section of the base is so much of a mess that... Why are we not getting enough inserters? This inserter needs to be upgraded, and then also we need some more inserters like this. I still want to get blue science running before we do that. Okay. Yeah, let's actually go down this way to kind of stay out the way of the labs. And this is in fact not actually a mixed build. We can put red chips on let's put red chips on the other side. And we have a thing that is not actually a mixed build. That is going to be, yeah, we're going to grab all of this now. This whole section. I'm going to pull a couple of labs off as well. Actually, not including... Let's do that again. We do not want to include the output filter. We can do that ourselves later. And put it on the edge of the smelting like so, and we don't want these things, and then this was the inside belt, isn't it? Because it was weird. Okay, so bots, when they get around to that, will just have a plan that will straight up double our red chips as soon as bots arrive. And then we can also go like this, flip it upside down. There we go. Okay, so let's add those modules we talked about. I think we want to go... Is there anything we want speeds for yet? I don't actually think there is. Speed modules are good for things like we need to get the acid belt. Speed modules really good for things like pump jacks. We don't... Yeah, and we wanted to do that extension before we brought the sulfur in. Give me all of these things, because you guys have got stuff to work with, and I will also remember that I wanted more grenades. Okay, so let's figure out where these things are going. Yeah, this is going to be the blue science line, which, by total accident, the way we've lined these things up means we can put a splitter here and say batteries on the left. Run these guys in. We've got a belt of stuff. We've got exactly the belt of stuff we want. And then we're just going to have to figure out how and where all these things get built. That's not actually true at all. What we need to worry about is not having blue science researched. Blue science, finish the mining productivity, then go and do the flammables. Okay, let's go and upgrade those inserters that we wanted to upgrade. Let's try and tidy up our inventory a bit. Because we've got the materials. This is straight up just inserter bottlenecked on the number of inserters we were trying to make. This belt is going the other way. Very exciting. We are into the building blue science phase of the run. And then wondering about how many we can make before we accidentally hit the labs. And it looks like we can go, you know, that far. Should we? This is going to be enough space to... Yeah, I'm going to be happy going to there. I had a moment of, do I want to leave more space to be able to guarantee being able to move through one part of the base to the other? And the answer is, it's fine. This is enough space, isn't it? That's all the space anyone ever needs. We can drive a car through that at full speed. It'll be fine. Nothing will go wrong. And hey, blue science is like right here, right next to the labs, which is Nice. Slash going unexpectedly well. 20? I think we're even going to be able to get the number of blue science assemblers we want in here, which is wild. Thing is, this is going to be... no, we can run it underground under these other... Yeah. I had a moment of how are we going to spaghetti it in? How are we going to spaghetti in the copper, followed by... It's going to be fine, because we can go underground the other assemblers. Maybe remove that copper buffer. Okay, whatever. Yeah, here is where we can start to go underground. Is that true? That's not true, because these belts... Yeah, okay. We do actually have to do this differently. Which does also mean that these can be real belts. Because somewhere here, we have to be able to kick this forwards to do that. Then also kick this forwards, and hey, it's a plan. The plan is working. There are no complaints. I will receive no feedback. Let's do that, and then we can get a couple more starting from here. Is that going to be... Maybe not starting from there. Maybe starting from one to the side. We've got blue science. Which is cool, because I'm pretty sure I also had some junk in my inventory that I didn't want. Okay, let's also... yeah, blue science in here. Hey, we did these inserters earlier. That's nice. That's worked out well for us. Blue science buffer is a thing we said we wanted that killed the run last time. So we should definitely do it again this time. And by that I mean build a blue science buffer rather than let the lack of blue science and at the end of the run destroy... Yeah, at the end of the run, because we don't have it buffered. Not there. It's needed to be here. That's why we moved everything over. Yeah. I've got 2 modules. We are doing this differently, apparently. We are doing this with matched long and short-handed inserters because we just put the belts in a different place. That's fine. Let's keep the blue science paradigm going. And then also, we are still good on the power grid, which is a thing I was worried about. Do we have the long-hand inserters to build? Oh, we've also done it off by 1. Cool, 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 good job. It's fine, we can work around that. We have just worked around that. And then also we wanted regular inserters here so that the... I mean, getting the engines is going more important because they have... It takes the engines longer to get their stuff going. Like these blue science assemblers have everything they want, but it won't matter yet. This way. Okay, all these guys are running. I checked power grid. I wanted to check it again because it's always a bit sketch. Give me more of these. I need more grenades. Where is somewhere that I can set up actual grenade automation? Because mostly cliff explosives, to be honest. This is not going to be in the way anywhere, is it? It's going to be fine. Mostly cliff explosives, but yeah, and then to remember that it's mostly cliff explosives, we are going to... When we need the cliff explosives, like when we want to go back for cliff explosives, we will also need to go back and get those grenades, so that is why that is a good spot. To be... What do they need? Assemblers? We've got assemblers. That is why we are going to clean out the inventory a bit by leaving all those boxes. Yeah, the steel drums where they are. Do I have... I've got 9. Okay, so we are I should be prod modding coils and green chips rather than... But I think also we're fine. I think the... Was there one of these guys that wasn't upgraded? This one. That one's not upgraded. Let's go and do that. Do I have any kind of fuel? I guess I'm using wood. Even though I was just right by the grenades assembler. We have gone too far. We wanted to find... Not even that. We wanted an assembler upgrade for that dude. Okay, that's much better. How many assemblers did we put on blue science? 31. I don't think that's enough. I think we're going to want more on blue science. Never mind. We are going to do some kind of boxes thing. This is... I don't think this is how a blue science buffer works, but it is today. And then... Why do we have... Are we just running this down? Do we have a whole pile of red chips that we're happy with? I think I'm okay with that. We're just gonna continue... Oh yeah, these guys maybe should be running. And hey, remember when we said that these were correct red chip ratios for prod mods? Now we have those. Power grid is still holding, which is nice. These ones I think are going to be worth prod modding, even though we don't have the prod mods for them, because we've got to figure out how to do batteries. So mining productivity is done, and then I think from there we need to, okay, finish flammables, it's going to be important later. Move into the... I don't know if we're going to have... Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't know if we have all the techs unlocked that we need to. Where did time frames go? What else do we need for this? Oh yeah, because I was going to do batteries before electric engines. Okay, fine. I think these green chips need to be moduled so that there's spare iron and copper floating around here that we can use for batteries. So all of those guys running is nice. I'm still worried about the power grid because I don't plan on doing anything with it for a while. And then actually figuring out how to get the other line of plastic in here would also be a good thing to do on the approach to bots, which is now what I'm thinking about, because that's where we are. I also want to be, yeah, I want to be dragging a belt of copper this way as well for batteries reasons. That's the wrong way around. Definitely wants to go into the red chips, but thanks. And then can we... It's going to be difficult to combine this with... I was trying to figure out how we could get the same overflow from... Actually, we only really need the overflow from one of these builds, maybe? Because I want to be able to do something like this. Maybe that's how it's going to work today. Okay. That's going to be how it's going to work today. Yeah. Yeah, the same thing here. So now we have an overflow of copper. And the only way we're going to get an overflow of copper is by prod modding these guys, which we have now done. So we should have copper wandering up here. And then we should also have... We should have a... Yeah, that same batteries... Oh, we never actually turned these into cliff explosives. Fine. Not even a thing I'm super concerned about. Yeah, they're going over here. Sure, whatever. Yep. Because... Like, right here. Right here is where we're going to get a bunch of dudes making batteries, because we've got the acid right here, we've got the sulfur, which we're going to try and get out of the where can we do a thing. Like so. That's second belt of plastic, isn't it? Can we... no, because we already side-loaded the copper, didn't we? We side-loaded the copper there, which is cool, because it means that this copper can do the same thing, but can go not there, but here. And now we have a space where we could be getting... let's do 6. Let's go hard. Which means we can do these inserters better. And you know what else we should do? We should... Do I have prod mods? I have 9 prod mods. We're going to prod mod... I kind of want all that stuff prod modded. Even though it doesn't... I mean, it's mostly at that point just about refinery effectiveness. Because we are not short of crude at all. Can I have some cliff explosives? I can have 9 cliff explosives. That means I should bring you some more stuff. And also, instead of... Yeah, we should be doing lubricant and then electric engines and then that stuff. Because now we have... I mean, we don't have, but we conceptually have a belt of batteries. That is also kind of necessary. Oh, actually, you know what we should do? These... We will also be more efficient with the copper, which doesn't matter because we have nowhere for it to go, but the iron usage will be improved by doing that, and that should also free up iron for... We got prod mods. Maybe I should go prod mod the labs. Yeah, it should free up iron usage for sulfuric acid and also batteries, both of which are going to be a thing. So we have batteries arriving here. As soon as we get the tech and unlock the recipe and all that kind of stuff. Was the base... Is the base in a position that I can actually module the labs without... Yeah, power grid is fine. Does the... All those belts are full, which is fine. All of this stuff is... Copper is backing up. I mean, we could maybe be boxing green chips. I don't even know what we're going to do with this stuff. Maybe we're going to build some more... If we can get a 3rd belt of copper, and we can definitely get a 3rd belt of copper, then we could also just grab this thing. Put it here. Oh wait, this had the smelting in it as well, didn't it? So we could actually just go, like, here. Sure. And then... We'll be able to get 3 belts of copper out of that, actually, to be honest. I'm just not sure how we're getting... Yeah, okay, whatever. We now have a ton of bot jobs. We don't have bots yet. We are working on... getting the bots. I think we... Oh yeah, before the labs, we should definitely have... I forgot that we had not fully prod modded all of the blue science yet, so we're going to continue to grab that. I think we want to also make sure that we refeed... making my own green chips is kind of a bit unfortunate, but also whatever. I think we're mostly fine at this point. I think we need to figure out how we're doing... Are we doing drone frames in here? It looks like we're doing drone frames in here. So... I guess let's go and start to set that up. Get all this stuff out of my inventory, get all this stuff out of my inventory. Because we've got... I mean, okay, so one of the disadvantages is we need to redo... Yeah, we should be going and thinking about the... Let's start here. For engines, that's actually too far away. Like, we've got a batteries plan at the moment. What we should also get is a lubricant plan. Now, the... Yeah, and the batteries are just, like, right here. Which is... We're going to run them through this way, because we changed our mind about some stuff. It's fine. We also need a place to be able to... Which side of the belt are batteries on? Batteries are going to be on the inside of the belt. Let's sideload the batteries there, and then we can sideload the steel here. Oh, that's why I built the engines forward. I had a good idea and then forgot that I had a good idea and turned it all into a bad idea. Let's do this many engines, and then we want... This is, yeah, and then electric engines, which we don't have yet. And then these guys are also going to need lubricant somewhere, which is the thing I said we should really think about. And I think we're going to bring that in over the top of the labs, because it's going to be easier than any other mess we could make. Okay, because with batteries and steel here... oh no, wait. I don't need the batteries for this. The whole reason to be building the engines one back was that we could just build the engines here and then use this belt with the... Yeah, okay, cool, sure, fine, whatever. We're going to go under here. We're going to pretend that this was kind of the plan, even though it really wasn't. And do that. And now we have a place that we can put... We actually need two splitters here, don't we? We need a splitter for... Yeah, because we've got to get to here because these engines need to come out. Yeah, gross. That can be further over here. Which is important because it means the steel doesn't have to go that far, because we are going to do... we need both of them. It's going to go like that. Gross. Hey, I need more belt. Hey, here's some belt. And then we've got a spot that we can put... How many of these? And where? And we're going kind of flat like this, I guess. I guess this looks like what we're doing today. Okay. Batteries, because we just unlocked a recipe, can go... here. And hopefully they all start to work, and we can see them work. So we did not mess that up. That's great. That is necessary. Yeah, cool. Should we worry about... this one is going to have to be careful. Let's do that many. How many is that? 14? 14? Oh, we've only built 5 of these guys. That's way more than we want. Okay. 13, 14. Changing our mind by building more of the other things as well. Okay. Things go here. We are close to... Yeah, I mean, we are close to a conception of bots at the 4.5 hour mark, so maybe that's good. The only other... Actually, we've got everything automated except for part 1, the research. And then part 2... Yeah, I don't know that. Yeah, we've got to go and get... Why is there so much... Oh, yeah, that's why there's so much stuff in my inventory. We need to sort out that lubricant plan. Do I have enough pipes for this? I do not have enough pipes for this. Give me pipes. I want to get this wood and this copper out of my inventory, and also wanted to automate power poles. So we're going to put this guy... we can use this one again, can't we? We've already copied and pasted the blue chips, the green chips that we want. Let's module the green chips. We're doing module things. We're efficient. It's good. Power poles. And the main reason I wanted power poles to be automated is that then I could get rid of some of these power poles. Yeah, you have all of that. Get out of my inventory as well. So we've got some power poles, I've got enough pipes, I've got enough oil. I wanted 85. Yeah, that's fine. That's a decent number of things. All of this is running. These guys are running. The mall looks happy. I don't know that we have enough blue science. Like, I think we want... Oh, hey, that's a reason why we don't have enough blue science. I think we want just more blue science. Do I have prod mods? Because I also remember that we have not finished prod modding all of this yet. And gears are important, but also... And then I also gave away all the wood that I wanted. And we do have, yeah, we have lab speed too. Okay, fine. All of that is doing more or less what it needs to. Yeah, we're going to grab this tree, having given away the wood, because I also want to get over here faster. Is that true? What I actually want to do is figure out how we're getting the lubricant in. I think the lubricant is going to run just underneath this iron so that we can only worry about having power poles in the way when we want to put something else through here. It may also be the case that the lubricant will straight up be in the way, but never mind. Here? Hey, maybe this other one would like to have outputs as well. So we have batteries. We have batteries going to places. We need the electric engine, which is, hey, we set recipe. That does not count for much because we have not put the lubricant in that pipe. And that is the thing we need to do. Oh, actually, the thing that I always forget about is how much steel we need when we get around to making... Yeah, we don't need that much. 84? 84 sounds like a decent number. Oh, do I have prod mods? I don't know what prod mods. 84 sounds like a decent number of... Is there anything else that's just kind of garbage and in the way on this build? Oh, we've got to get iron in here somehow. That's probably not going that way, is it? And then also we needed... Actually, one of these smelt lanes can be the iron. How clever of us. And then this smelt lane probably doesn't need to exist, but might also be the first copper. And then we are going to have 2 lanes of copper arriving from this direction. Okay, cool. Problems we have later. I mean, I think one of the issues is we're going to build a bunch of bots and they're just going to have so many jobs that it's going to take them... Like, we're not going to get that stuff online particularly quickly. You have all of these. You have all of those. Give me the cliff explosives. And then we need somewhere a couple of refineries. You are the first cliff that gets destroyed this run. Congratulations on this kind of processing. And I think we want to... I think we're going to do... Are we just doing a copy... Are we only building one of these at the moment? No, I think we're going to build more. Let's also get bot speed in the queue. Bot speed 1, bot speed 2. So we have water. Congratulations, you were a friend of the first cliff, and you are the second and third cliffs to be destroyed this run. Can we actually... You know what? We're going to build... We're going to have that be somewhat normal. We're going to build 2 or 3 of these. I think only the 3 of these things. But we are going to have... I don't know exactly where that's going to line up, because the other thing I was just looking at is we can have this oil like so, and then we can also just have... Like, what are we doing with this space? We're doing nothing with this space. So we're going to put more oil processing in it. And we're even leading up to more water, which I like a whole lot. In fact, this might depower all of the red chips as well, which would be pretty funny. We're going to do that, which should restore everything, which it does, and then, because we're such a nice guy, we are going to give this even more water from the other side. And then we're also going to need it for cracking. And then bots are, yeah, just going to have a whole lot of jobs. Yeah, we could be excited about setting some recipes, but it kind of doesn't matter yet because we don't have the lubricant, which is the thing we're working on. Okay, so heavy oil, cool. Lubricant, where was the lubricant pipe? Down here? So it can still go kind of anywhere. So we can go, oh, we haven't actually had any tanks yet. Tank and lubricant. Let's pretend that's a good idea. We are going to, yeah, we need to get this gas into the main gas system, which we are hitting pretty hard, so that's nice. And then we also need to worry about the light oil. We're going to do that later. It may get back up, and we might forget about it, and that would be a shame. But we have at least the possibility of getting a decent amount of lubricant out before the entire mechanism backs up, because we've forgotten to do anything with the light oil. But I think that's like the very next thing anyway, because here is the lubricant pipe, which can go like so. And now, I think we already set the electric engine recipe, didn't we? We need green chips, we need red chips, we've got drone frames, flying robot frames, whatever they're called. These guys are set. These guys probably also want recipes. We want red chips. Oh, I also want a pile of, yeah, I want red chips, and then also green chips for the purposes of we're extremely silly. We picked up robotics, but not construction robotics. So that's why I was unable to build logistics chests, which is also fine. Yeah. So we've got some number of green chips. We've already got some steel, which is cool. These guys are, yeah, we're ready to go there. All of these things need boxes. We need some way to build. Can we get them in? Where is a place that we can get? I think what we're going to do another nasty thing. You grab me some red chips. And then here, this one I think we want to go underground so that we can do double inserter shenanigans. Doesn't need to be there, can go there. So we can go fast inserter. Roboports is what we're going to build there. Yeah, and we are surprisingly well set up, it looks like. I don't want the steel because I already have the boxes. I want more green chips, I want more red chips as well. And then we need you to be doing something. Then let's do the double long-handed inserter thing again. I don't know. I don't need 2 boxes. These two are 1 box. 1 box of these guys is fine for the whole run. What don't we have? We don't have as many batteries as we would like. And that may be because we are not getting enough. We're not getting enough acid. That's just the rate at which we're making acid. Or is it the rate of... No, we're still blocked by sulfur. Okay. Sure, whatever. It's fine. Things are fine. We need the construction robotics tech. We've got all these red chips going. Should we also have ourselves a red chips buffer? We kind of... in a soft way are putting all these prod mods. There was something I wanted to prod mod. Oh yeah, the rest of the labs. Check on the grid. Grid is fine. And then also electric engines. Yeah, electric engines and these guys are worth moduling as well. We did say we wanted to module the gears, so I think we're going to go and do that because we've got a bunch of modules floating around. And we are close to being at the position of... Okay, those ones aren't really worth whatever. These ones will be because we're about to start hitting all of this belt pretty hard once we get bots and stuff like that going. These guys are probably busy because they're how we're getting all of the engines done. These more ones, you know, whatever, maybe. Yeah, we are, what, 3 hours 40 in. We have... Yeah, we need these guys to be doing this stuff. We need... So what would we want to... Oh, we would want to go and do something about the cracking. Because we are currently just building this stuff up. And then also maybe speed modulating these guys. Or maybe also just pulling in more sulfur from here. I think I also want solid fuel. On the grounds that... Yeah, we're now running away from... Okay. We have faffed around trying to decide what the next move is for so long that we have now unlocked construction robotics and are not... Like, we need to be around this patch at the base to be able to set this guy to roboports and set this guy to construction robots and then build all those chests we want, and then we're in a allegedly decent position. These guys, let's just have 2 stacks of roboports. I think we're pretty happy. This is stuff that bots can have. These things are things that bots can have. All of this stuff wants to be available for bots. And that's why we're building 1,000 of these little boxes. Actually, this one, no. It's kind of not worth. And then storage chest filtered for wood. We don't have the rubber hoods out yet, but I'm kind of hoping that then also this box, and then also cliff explosives. Is there anything else down there? I don't think there is there? The thing I was wondering about is whether or not we have enough coal mining for the power grid we are trying to use. And the answer, like, definitely no for this part. That's actually what we want to be doing with the solid fuel. This still looks like it's okay, which is pretty important. And then hopefully we have... I have sulfur. Why do I have sulfur? I don't want sulfur. You guys want sulfur. Grid is still fine. I'm still worried about it. Batteries I don't want. Batteries can go over here. Can we have, please, 4 roboports? That's pretty exciting. And yeah, we now have 9. You're not low. Yeah, you're low power because it's just taking you a while to charge. And you want to go... that's not true. We did that badly. Okay, so now we are making the robots, and then we've got to figure out where these things are going to go in the mall to just make sure that everything gets coverage. So we're dumping out quite a few roboports here. Overall, I think it's probably fine. There was nothing else to build down there, was there? We're still going to go with roboport coverage here anyway, because I think it might be helpful, but the place we needed roboport coverage was down here. And I guess we're putting that on the other side of this thing. Then I think we need one in the middle as well. So I guess... Sucks to be those two, but congratulations, this position gets upgraded. Okay, so we can build all of... Okay, and then I guess we're gonna, you know, since we're over here, let's think about building... Let's think about building all the other stuff as well. And by building all the other stuff as well, what I meant is putting some of the sulfur and batteries underground, so that we can have a roboport here that will connect to all of this stuff. and then also put roboports through here. And I think then we're really going to worry about having power grid issues. But I think this is also... I think this is... I mean, that's the achievement again. So I think we are pretty happy that we are getting everything done we kind of intended to. Hopefully we have enough red chips. I mean, we're now also prioritizing red chips into the roboports over the prod mods, and also over the what is it? Yeah, sulfur goes here. Over the blue science as well, which is probably fine. And yeah, do we want long power poles? I think we forget about those. I think we just... I don't know if we have enough blue science, and we are buffering it, so let's just get that out of the way. Let's do a slow rocket fuel thing, and then let's get into purple science stuff. Which I guess maybe we can do like this. And yeah, I think we need to remember that the first thing to do in the next episode is all of the cracking, because we are going to be in a position where we have lots of bots floating around with lots of things to do. We need more coal mining here. And we need to do something with that. We need a second belt of coal over here. We need to make sure that this stuff is accessible to bots, which we're kind of doing. Yeah, cracking is going to be the next major thing to think about, because we are actually going to, at some point, not yet, because we're going kind of slowly, but we're going to back up on light oil, and everything is going to die, and that's going to be sad. But we have also set up a lot of... I mean, we could actually extend the labs over here as well. We can't extend the labs down here, but we could pretty easily extend the labs over here. Do I want to do that? Maybe it will cut everything off, wouldn't it? Does the power grid go both ways at this point? It does not. And it also doesn't connect over here. Okay, this is going to troll me hard, unless I make sure that we actually connect both those spots. Because after we've done that, we can... I mean, we haven't done that yet, but whatever. We can do a little lab extension, which we also don't have the bots for. And I think we just broke a lot of the grid, but we are going to put it back as follows. And then green science, blue science, other kinds of science. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to call the first episode. We've got the bots building a lot of stuff. The power grid that we were worried about is now continuing to get fixed. We've got 250 bots. We're building out the rest of the smelting. We need to drop the copper. We need to do the cracking. Things are going pretty good. It does look like... I mean, I am worried about patches and where we've got to extend into, but as far as get to bots and have them immediately doing stuff within 4 hours, this has been successful.